What's up, Lush?
What's happening with
Is
you?
your jersey on backwards?
What you mean, bro? I'm crisscross.
We live?
I'm crisscross.
That's the whole stuff.
I'm totally crossed out.
We got 3 Negroes in a Persian.
We on I am not.
We on some 300 shit?
De facto, I kind of have to assume some Persian DNA because I'm from West LA.
Oh,
and you know, West LA is
Listen,
Lil
today
Tehran.
is the Adam and Wack show without Adam. We got Lush, we got 600. I got Aunt Jefe, which you say he only worry about what the check say. Something like that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
First time I beating Aunt.
And Jefe with the cuete. Come on.
No, he ain't no cuete. Man,
This ain't the right time.
shit.
He's in the cuete seat.
This ain't the right time.
And they indicting shit.
So I'm gonna be real. I done walked a lot of yards. I done did a lot of time growing up from adolescent to an adult. And it's like anything else. It's like walking in the chow hall or walking in the cell. Our gut feeling coming from where we come from always talk to us. Whenever I walk in and see somebody for the first time, right, my gut feeling is like, right, y'all been knowing each other forever. I know it's smooth, right? So at the end of the day, and let everybody know, me tell you another thing I respect. I think he respected too. And got 2 homies with him. There's 2 people with me. 600 by itself. We all together anyway, right? We got A-Tray, we got 6-0, we got Paru. So at the end of the day, when you got cats that pull up like that, first time seeing each other, and it been any kind of little friction on the internet, it's a respect thing, right? Because for me to pull up any kind of way, I felt would have been a disrespect to you, bro. On some real shit. But what's more important to me today is I finally got somebody that authentically from the streets, did the time, got the mind frame, the mindset of the has and has nots on what a person is supposed to do and not supposed to do. And for years, I've been looking for somebody because I was listening to your clip on the way down, and you said, it's a lot I don't agree with Wack do or say. And I always address
it. Nigga articulate, man. He knows how to talk.
No, but like, listen, this real shit. And the people is looking for somebody to kind of like put Wack in the hot seat. Yo, you
to put back on some of these narratives.
And I'm gonna tell you, like, this is the reason why when academics called me about 6ix9ine, I was watching 6ix9ine do sit-downs with people, and he was running circles around him because everybody was sitting down with didn't come from the streets.
Right.
It wasn't until I sat down with him and put his little ass in the box, I got him to understand, no, you were just being used. You wasn't that. And he finally agreed to it.
Right. So he thought he actually in his mind
hell yeah. He had a answer for everything. You know what I'm saying? And then at the time, I'm gonna be real, me and academics had just started like talking.
The drink on the table.
You made that famous about
Ack was leery of me.
About the whole part of saying he ain't no snitch, he a civilian. That's what really went viral with 6ix9ine.
And let me tell y'all what I meant by that. A lot of people will say, well, he was doing gangster shit. No, listen, bro. He was around some street dudes. I would assume those dudes is really from the street. I don't know none of them, right? Right? Just because you're able to do these acts because of these dudes don't mean you a street dude.
Right.
Because that come with growth. You know that, Ant?
Yeah, for sure.
Right? That come with shit you see, shit you learning, places you been, right? And a lot of times the people that's telling today, you see them go to jail, they 23, 24, they looking at 30 years, right? And it's their first time in jail. We started doing time in my era 12, 13 years old.
Right.
So by the time we get to that, we know what to do, what not to do. I called when you said up talking about my Texas thing. Yep, when I asked Wack, Wack said, nah, you can't search my business. That does come from training. That comes from knowing your rights.
Right.
Experience. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know how many people get pulled over right now and be like, yeah, I don't care if you don't have nothing. If you tell them, yeah, you can search, and you run into some dirty cops, and he throw his throwaway up under your seat, you gave him consent to search. You done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
sure.
You know, you always want that door to where, how did you get in my car? Mm-hmm. I got license, registration, insurance. You pulled me over for speeding, right? I'm not on no papers. how did you get under my seat?
Jay-Z told us, you gonna need a warrant for that.
Yeah, you don't need you clean. Yeah, I don't care if you clean or not, because you can be clean, but you give them consent, and they slide something up under you. So how many times the police didn't come through, put y'all on the wall, take y'all burners, let y'all go? Them throwaways, they go right over there to this other cat who they know hate this nigga, see him and put it right on him.
But Wack, don't you think that with 6ix9ine, a lot of the anger and the entitlement that this fool had came from, he was in a shot caller position. He's ordering hits.
They did that.
You feel me?
That don't make him. That don't make him.
Who 6ix9ine was ordering?
Yeah, but see what I'm saying? But you see, it was. Remember we talked the other day about the bag.
Yeah.
But that don't make you. Yeah.
No, and that's how I was just looking at it. I figured that he was just like, you know, like a little kid that was rapping and, you know, and probably fell into their lap and he was just a bag. But, you know, he wasn't a gangster. He was just a money.
They was letting him go do this.
Yeah. Because when he would get in beef with these different rappers, they would try to pull him into question. Then he's like, oh, nah, this was finna happen now. Chief Keef tried to press him,
Yeah, I heard about all that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so he, okay.
He fumbled the bag, literally.
Yeah, so
that wasn't
he was kind of like,
you feel me? Like,
he kind of like, say you got a dude that it came in, he done moved into your neighborhood, right? He moved into this little nigga about 19. He got a bag, family rich, right? He get 4 or 5 of your homies there around him, and he just sending them. He ain't been put on, he ain't put in no work, he ain't did nothing, and he just sending them because he feeding them. I'm not gonna give you that. For me to give you that status because you got a bag, that means that belittles and takes away from all the shit we went through to get that status that we realize when we get grown. Yes, but it ain't really that.
But that's what's going on right now. That's how the streets is, right? And like I recognized it for the first time when I had got out in 2021, right? I'm still in the halfway house, right? One of my homies, 2 of my homies had died, you feel me? One of them, both of them had died. So one of them, you know what I'm saying, you know, he was a good dude, you feel me? He get money, you know what I'm saying? Good money dude, like player. The other one, you feel me, like he was more like a thug, you feel me? Like in the streets, to do his thing. I went to his funeral. It wasn't that many homies there. It wasn't really nobody there. Like I'm looking, I'm like, damn. Like,
talking about the player.
No, the one that was like with the bullshit, the active one. Right. But the homie who had the bag, man, that shit was like a fashion show at his funeral. Like, man, they brought out the horse and carriages, all type of shit.
It's different. Everything changed. I remember growing up as a kid, right?
Yeah.
You had dudes that was known for bodies, but the ones that had all the clout was the squabblers. Right? Then it went to, he ain't had to fight, who's the one that'll down your ass the fastest, right? Then it went to who had the most females, then the money, and then now it's kind of like, it's all over the place, depending on what section you're in.
I got more skulls than you got squabbles in the hood.
That's crazy.
That was cold.
But you know what? Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this because you've been to the feds. This is one thing I do have a problem with. We know people get on social media and cap.
For sure.
Make up shit. They become wherever they want to be.
For sure.
It's kind of like they're saying everything on social media is authentic and we gonna use it against you in court. You get what I'm saying?
So that's the feds play games like that. Now, it's really what they can prove. So like, let's just say like Loose Cannon, for instance, bam. He got 2 episodes. I don't know if it was the same episode, but he was up there with you. One clip, he say that Big U called him or FaceTime him and told him that Nip, you know what I'm saying, just passed. He say he hang up with him, call Nip. That ain't true. Now, we know that's cap.
We know that's cap.
That's cap. Right. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's some bullshit cap, that's cap. Now, being that we know that's cap unless somebody mad, but that ain't nothing like somebody could use against you in the feds and be like, oh yeah, we about to get you, you snitched. But the other clip with the robbery, that's gonna get him in trouble because allegedly that really did happen and he got on live camera and said something about that robbery and the feds was actually investigating and talking to the confidential informant, and basically what Loose Cannon said down there word for word is the same thing.
So here goes the thing, and I thought about this the other day. And you tell me this make a difference because you sat in them Fed courts before. If the victim told the police this prior to. And then Luce comes on here after the fact, not knowing, and says it. Then he stamps it.
He's corroborating it at that point.
But what if the feds heard Luce Cannon say it and then go to him and say that this happened, and then now he makes a statement on it after Luce Cannon says it?
No, but the feds, like in the paperwork, if you read the Big U paperwork, the feds is saying that they know this to be true because old boy Dale was already working with him and was already telling them that he was being extorted and they robbed him and all that, and he been to one of Big U residents.
So why is it even necessary for there to be that additional corroboration of him saying it again if they already know?
No, what I'm saying is, what if he get a statement after Luce Cannon came on here? Is it still credible? Like if he did it before and Luce Cannon come say it, you know what I'm saying?
That's if it's played out in the paper. So I'm gonna tell you like this on the conspiracy, like in the feds, in that courtroom, everything goes, and you can't do nothing about it but fight them. Like in certain instances, having a paid lawyer, that shit don't even matter if they got you, right? So what I mean with that, like even in my case, I had a big ass case. I had the worst charge. People be talking about the RICO. The RICO is not really nothing. I've seen somebody do 6 months off of RICO. The worst charge you can have is a CCE, continuing a criminal enterprise. You feel me? That shit was on my case. So I seen people,
That's an LWAP?
Man, that's automatically like life, but like only 3% of people get like found guilty for that shit.
Okay.
You feel me? So I've seen people on the conspiracy, all type of shit is allowed, lies and all that. It'd be a motherfucker coming in court that you never seen. Tell, oh yeah, he served me some pills or did this. So how it's laid out from what we see, it didn't happen like that. Allegedly that, you know what I'm saying, all this came afterward. It's lined up as if old boy was being extorted allegedly, got at the police, told them this what was going on. They was investigating unbeknownst to anybody, and then Luce Cannon came on camera and said what he said.
So here goes another question, right? I noticed that in there it's a 4-year thing, right? And it's out of the 7 people or whatever, 6 of them are continuously intertwined in things over the years, right?
Yeah.
So when they say the group, we could say, okay, well, they got y'all wiretap doing shit over years. So you got Luce ain't on no wiretaps, and they got him involved in one situation. Can they say he's part of the enterprise? Because it was a one thing, he in and out, but on everything else, you don't see him, there's no phone, there's no nothing, there's no nothing.
They just hit him. I mean, they just hit him with that robbery. That robbery, you know what I'm saying, and he admitted to it, makes him a part of the conspiracy. Now, no, of course, all the shit they got trumped up on Big U allegedly, like, no, that ain't got nothing to do with him. Did he a part of the case based on the alleged robbery that old boy was already telling on? So the whole indictment really don't have nothing to do with him, just that robbery part. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing they gonna really hit him on.
Because like Brick ain't in the RICO.
Correct.
He got his own thing he did over here, right?
Yeah.
But they got Luce allegedly on one situation. He's named in the RICO. What everybody else that kind of had involvement from what it looked like over a period of time.
Also, that's another confusing thing because are FaceTime audio and FaceTime calls encrypted or not? Because they're trying to say that there's FaceTime calls that they have records of. But from my understanding, FaceTime audio and FaceTime video.
Now, let me tell you. So I know somebody that went to jail for that. So basically what they got is no audio. But they got like lip readers.
Okay, so they have the video from FaceTime.
Yeah.
But that's supposed to be encrypted, right?
Man,
that's supposed to.
I don't know what y'all talking about right now.
Okay, so
I don't know.
A lot of people say this.
I don't know what y'all talking about. What FaceTime you talking about?
So they're talking about if you look at the Big U indictment, there's multiple times they're referring to FaceTime conversations. For example, the Brick Baby conversation, they said it was via FaceTime, but that's confusing to me because FaceTime is supposedly
people
encrypted.
In the streets say, "Call me FaceTime."
Right.
They think that it ain't recorded. You can't tap it, whatever. So that's why I always say, call me FaceTime. But what they don't know is, I know somebody went to jail for it. They got the recording, no audio, but they got professional lip readers.
Got you.
So I was like, shit, why y'all just don't talk like this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a cold
That's the
game
next
out here, man.
So
I increase your cranium.
Listen, man, I've been waiting for this day.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for real, bro. Because a lot of times it's a square motherfucker saying something,
for sure.
and you really don't want to have a conversation with him because he gonna get half of it. But with you, I can authentically say you didn't walk the walk.
Yeah, for sure.
You from a notable set.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You done been places, you counted the feds, everything, right?
Sure.
So please, man, I want to hear a couple things that you say, Wack, that's some bullshit, and you wrong.
Yeah, because Ant, for those who don't know, Ant has vocally disagreed with Wack.
No,
For
that's
sure.
cool.
Look,
But I'll be looking to have these combos because nigga might be right.
And
I'm here in the moderating
and a lot of niggas mad at me, right? You know how many phone calls I was getting, like, hey man, why you going up there? Why you doing this? It's a bad look. And I'm like, how this is a bad look, bro? Like, ever since I dropped this segment yesterday saying I got on the phone call with this man and niggas I grew up with, my childhood friends, you know what I'm saying, called in, was like, nah, bro, he didn't tell on us. Niggas just like act like I'm enemy suspect number one or I'm harboring
Well,
You're the
snitch.
feds.
You know
You're
what?
the
First
feds.
of all,
Yeah.
let's cover that. Ant, let's cover that. First of all,
Well, y'all never spoke before yesterday.
no, for the other day, never. Right? First of all, if I would have been a nigga from inner city, LA, Compton, Watts, East Side, West Side, 70% of what I deal with, I wouldn't deal with. But because when it comes to the music industry and shit like that, and I'm from Pacoima, and I'm from the Valley, right? Our streets think how a nigga from Whoop-de-Whoop is in position doing Whoop-de-Whoop, and they not understanding we talking about an individual when it comes to business. This ain't about what a nigga hood done did and they didn't awarded a nigga hood this, that, or this or that, right? So the fact that I'm from the Valley, right, that's what triggers the majority of it. Now, depending on where you go and what neighborhood you go to, they love Wack because they didn't reach down. Wack done pulled up to the east side. I done been on Mary Street with 3-4 of the people was losing their houses. When I had the real estate office and the financial office, you know what I did? Went over there and redid their loans and saved in people's houses. Shout out to my man Deco from 89th Street, right? So, and know what I charged them? Nothing. I remember pulling up to when his little brother get killed and they told me to come to the funeral. When I got there, there was a disagreement going on at the house. Yo, what's the problem? Wack the homies just kind of showed him what is it? I wrote the check. Let's get him in the ground, right? But these is cats I did time with. You know what I'm saying? I didn't had extreme love for my Keyway partners. It's real shit. Big Fish.
Right.
They picked me up from Central Juvenile Hall on the Goose. I left Eminem and went to Delano, right? Young nigga, fresh out of YA. Right? When I get in there, everybody roll calling where they from. 3-4 niggas say we got us one. I'm the only Damo in there. I jump up, Big Fish from 6-0, G nigga. He like, nah, nigga, this nigga look like he can be my son. He got the heart to jump up, head up or nothing. That's love. I done been in dorms, my nigga Crazy C from Schoolyard. You know what I'm saying? Right? Wack, check this out. I know you don't know me, but nigga, you know, cause back then it was that black and brown thing going on. You called me out of the blue.
Right.
Wack, I'm in this contract with Don King. I've been fighting for a year. He won't let me out. 2 weeks. I make a call, boom. I get you released. What I owe you, Wack, what I tell you.
Man, we're straight.
Right? So at the end of the day, I'm colorblind. I'm not a gangbanger. I don't hate a motherfucker. I fuck with who fuck with me, period. And a lot of people, believe it or not, and you gonna understand it, that's calling you, it's people that probably reach to me and I just wouldn't do nothing with them.
Yeah.
A lot of them be mad because they know it Wack fuck with you. If it's a door to be open and you call me, he gonna do that for you and I'm gonna keep moving.
Do you
know
think,
what I'm saying?
Wack, do you think more people look at you as an industry person or a street person when it come down to it?
When they want to crucify me, they call me a street nigga. Right? And now I'm gonna be real. Before you get going, because I want you to have your questions right.
Hey,
If I don't do nothing, no, Ant, listen to me. I do nothing in the streets.
It ain't nothing. It ain't look. All right, look.
No, Ant, hear me out. I do nothing in the street to generate income. If I did anything in the streets to generate income, anybody I did business with, like 6ix9ine, anybody, I'd be in total violation.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't never say I'm protecting somebody. People know I'm doing business because I tell them. They ain't like they found out. I be like, yo, I'm finna go do
You be
this.
in violation for what?
No, if I was getting money in the street,
No, but we go
on some real shit. I shouldn't be fraternizing with. Nah, you can't do that.
We're going to set a lot of narratives.
But come on, now wait.
Come on, Ed.
So look.
Come on,
That's why we here,
let's go.
player. Go crazy, gang.
First and foremost, my first issue, the podcast with you and Big U. You know what I'm saying?
At my studio with Gilly and Wallow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know
What
what I'm
happened?
saying? You was like, they asked you about the Monster and You thing, and I can
Okay, let's talk about that.
Listen, hold on before we
about
get
that.
there. So my thing is, I can never have a problem about who you pick. Like, if that's your pick, that's your choice. I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, all my choices ain't gonna be A-Trade. So, like, if that's what you pick, that's what you
Ant,
pick.
did you remember what the overall was? When
Tell
it
us in though, because
when it come to cripping,
Gilly and Wallow was basically like giving respects to Monster. Like, nigga, like as far as on the East Coast, Monster set the president. Like, he the reason why niggas gang banging. That's who we looked up to.
He wrote the book.
no, not only that, I swear to
He
God,
wrote the book.
The Bloods, from what they tell me, started over there from them read Monster Cody's book. I'm totally confused about that.
Yeah, that's
you read
crazy.
the motherfucking Crip book.
And, like, we gonna be blood.
Because I read the book in
Yeah.
Eminem. I read the book.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to acknowledge the
No,
importance
but
of
hold
the
on.
book.
But here's the thing. The difference between Monster Cody and Big U was the transitioning. You get me?
Transition as far as what?
Monster, I don't know what the fuck he was thinking because he had Oprah. This nigga had Oprah Winfrey on his side. Remember Oprah, that big ass book club? Because see, when he did it, they had to run it through Canada and bring it back because of the Son of Sam law. So if you look at the back of the book, instead of it saying U.S. first, it say Canada first. They was just intrigued with this nigga work to do that, right? They didn't use that against him not to do it, right? So when he came home, right, he had a motherfucking door so open to step in and run it up.
Right.
But we seen the book, we read the book, everybody knew about the book. But when Monster come home, all you heard was he home, and then you heard about when he went back.
Right.
When Big U came home, right, he transitioned. And I'm gonna be real. I know it's transitioning because it was the red flag niggas that did it.
Right.
Cause soon he come home, he catch the case, right, with his son.
Right.
We bailed him out, got him an attorney, right? His first big check came from the game shoe deal, right? They let him make 80, right? The Nipsey deal come through me and Game strategizing and setting up for him to get the bag. So, and then through us, he met a lot of industry people, right? So Big U, I feel like, was the Crip that did all the time that was known. Now, if you ask me who had more notoriety when it comes to the streets in that era, Monster Cody or Big U, I'm gonna tell you Monster Cody. Yeah. I never heard of Big U when I was right. You can't take that, right? And then when you get to the pen, you hear about all the work he put in. But the transitioning from that, what you're doing, you're transitioning more than Monster, right? The transitioning coming home after having a spark, he had more of a spark because he had a book that was out that Oprah Winfrey was acknowledging, so he could have stepped out. Right, and went. Big U had to come home, use the corrupt card to get to death row, and then from there he met us. So when it comes to the transitioning, what's my man they killed? Was it Tookie that they killed? Tookie transitioned and then on death row. He wrote the children's book, but he was never able to come back to the streets and blossom with it. Right?
Yeah, but Wack, wouldn't you say that back then there was way less opportunities for?
Yeah, goddamn
you
right.
Feel me? Like, so, and Monster a little older than Big U,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So it's
like generation up under.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Monster like second generation, you like third generation.
That's so it's a whole previous generation.
So listen, and Hefe, I stand on that. I think Big U, when it came to the Crips of, in his era, he had a name in there right now. But the transitioning on the overall, he just had a 21-year run.
But hold on though, Wack. See, he had your help. I don't see no one around Monster who had that type of.
That's what I'm saying.
That nigga had Oprah.
No.
Tell the truth, bro.
No. Look, this is what I'm gonna say. Look, man.
That nigga could have win.
The people that Monster, you know what I'm saying, had around him, like for sure, Monster had billionaire motherfuckers around him. You know what I'm saying? Monster would tell you like a connects that he had and people he had in his pockets. This the thing is about Monster. Monster didn't care about that shit. Like, for real, seriously, like, even the homegirl that fucked with me from years, the G homegirl, she'd tell you, she like, Monster did it regardless of how that nigga died, like, yeah, to you, because you live in this life and you might be more aware. Like, what? Like, if I got $1 billion or $100 million, I ain't gonna do this and that. Like, that nigga lived and died how he wanted to die. Like he didn't care. And so that's what I'm saying. So but process shit differently. So, you know, that could have been like shit from, you know what I'm saying, the ledge that he did in the streets, like, you know, them demons foster it on him to where, like,
the water era too, bro.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a difference between having somebody behind you with the bag who willing to help you, and then somebody like Wack who able to navigate it and use that bag to get you there. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. He had all them people, like, they was willing to help, but I'm saying that was Monster was just doing him. Like, you know, he was on his little, he was doing what he wanted to do. He was on his little bench just going back and forth to jail. He did that. You know what I'm saying? To where you probably, you know what I'm saying, probably got it. You know what I'm saying? Then he had them around him to help him, like other street people, you know what I'm saying? To where it's different from being helped by people from your background, that's your peers that got money, then you just meeting somebody that might be, you know what I'm saying, westernized to you, or they, you know what I'm saying,
but see, one thing you got to give Big U credit for is he came looking for the help.
Okay, I got you.
And if I'm not mistaken, his companies, he established these things while he was in jail. So he had a plan. What he's saying is Monster got his ass out and did Monster. Yeah, so in that right, when we talking about it, and I believe right now on some real shit, I see a lot of street dudes, right, that's making a run for big shit. Mm-hmm. Right now in this era, I'm watching it, like coming from my neighborhood, right? It's a lot of dudes, Jeff Bryan, cats that had big names moving a lot of work. The first battle ramming happened in Pacoima, California. Right? You get what I'm saying?
Battle ram.
You don't know what the battle ram is? He know what the battle ram is. But they got this tank with a long thing.
If I don't know, there's a lot of people watching who don't.
So the battle ram is they got like this vehicle, tank style vehicle. They got a long thing in the front with a big ass square plate.
Right.
And they pull up on your front yard and they hit your door with it. Right? That happened at Snowfall. If you watch Snowfall, them was Pacoima projects, right? That's not the complete story of Freeway Rick. That's a nigga named Bo Bennett.
Wait, I thought that was supposed to be
Freeway Rick.
Yeah, ain't that right? I thought that was
Bo Bennett. Baby mama grew up in our neighborhood as kids, right?
That wasn't supposed to be the PJs over there, the Imperial Courts?
The Pacoima projects on Van Nuys Boulevard and motherfucking Herrick, nigga. That's what them is.
I thought
they got different scenes though, like different.
I know it was from the Imperial.
No, what I'm telling you is that's what it's supposed to be. But the location is shot. It's 4 sets of projects over.
Yeah.
Right. So me coming from where I'm coming from, and my homeboys, right? I don't just take them to this shit. They'll tell you, nigga, I done took these niggas to Russia, the Philippines, Thailand, London, Dubai, because I want them to see these things so they can come back and be reaching for something else. So within that, and I wish we had a board. I think I won up.
Well, here's the thing, real quick. Just to summarize that
because what you're saying is Monster could have, but he didn't because he didn't give a fuck.
Listen, that you never let me finish. That wasn't my issue.
Keep cooking.
Go ahead.
This was my issue. So you get off. They do the Monster versus you thing. So you like, I got Big U. You know, he knocked out 30 Mexicans. You know, Monster. You know, smoking crack. Ooh, this and that. So I'm just like, damn, that's just like flag on the play. Like, what did that man got to do smoking crack? Like his gangsterism was his gangsterism. Like smoking crack.
And
what?
And now me and you both. Now me personally, I got some G homies that's knockout hardest. I ain't gonna say their names, right? But I'm gonna be real. The minute you put that pipe in your mouth, I'm not gonna give you. It's a few things, right? I got some homies that used to be Crips and turned the hood. You could never have the status of a G homie that just been from the hood. The minute you put that pipe in your mouth, and I'm gonna be real, certain things I accept because of the era. PCP and them niggas era, I don't hold it against them, right?
That's a sure.
I'm gonna be real. Another one that's kind of on the edge is the Primos and the powder, right?
I was gonna say powder in general.
No, I don't because I know what it is. But nigga, if you put that straight shooter in your mouth, I can't give you the same R that I gave that the nigga from your same generation or whatever who didn't, because y'all was experiencing the same shit. I can't. I don't think. I'm looking at you. I don't think you never fucked around.
No, hell no.
Okay, I ain't no fucking around, right? So look, hold on. Now be real. So if it's a homie, right? I say if it's a homie, and hypothetically, and he didn't smoke crack, the minute he say some weird shit, right? Or they like, man, that nigga whoop said this about you. What first thing you gonna say? Oh, bass head ass nigga. Keep it real.
No, listen. I ain't gonna lie. Look, see, I'm really a nigga that stand on like it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. Now, hell no, I'm not gonna smoke crack, nigga. I'm not gonna smoke water, nigga. I don't do nothing but smoke weed. Yeah, I don't do shit but smoke weed. I don't smoke cigarettes, none of that shit. My whole life, this the only thing I do. If I stop this, I'll stop spending a lot of money. I'll get in trouble for this shit right here. Gotcha. I don't do shit else. I rarely drink unless I'm with my niggas that drink or anything. So it's all about like, now, if you out there and you hobo-ish and you being a crackhead, yeah, nigga, like, man, that nigga's a smoker. You feel me?
That's what I was saying.
But I never seen Monster in a smoker light. It might be some other homies like Big Bro. He older than me, but I never seen Monster in a smoker light. But I knew what he was doing. But I seen some G homies of his generation that I'll be like, man, that nigga's a smoker. Nigga, that nigga better not say nothing to tell me nothing, because they was out there like that, and they was asking a nigga for dope.
Guess what?
You know what I'm saying?
It was 8 trades that I did time with because I was so intrigued by the book. Right? You know, that nigga really had you on the missions with him.
For real.
I was so intrigued by the book when I ran into, hey man, the nigga Moss, because you gotta remember, I'm younger than this nigga. So now I read this nigga book when I was 15, 16. Mm-hmm. So when I run into niggas from A-Trade, right, I'm kind of like how the out of town niggas was always with us. I'm like, hey homie, was this nigga really? You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
so they like, nah, Wack, he was whoop. Niggas, all this penitentiary shit, checked out. Right. He was a terrorist. All the street shit, checked out. They said, Wack, that ain't even a half of it. But then you get a lot of them, and probably because they was like, wait, hey, no, man, Monster might have whooped their ass. They bitch, I don't know. They would always end with,
man, look, with anybody, it ain't one person they just talked about that got a perfect image, man. That's a fact. They slander Jesus. Yeah, they tell you this all the time. And Jesus is a cool motherfucker. It seemed like, man, harmonious. He wasn't doing nothing to nobody. He trying to help motherfuckers. And they like, oh, this nigga trying to help everybody, man. Man, get him. Like, so it don't even matter what you do, bro.
We're not going to get off into it, right? Because I respect that. That's where the homie from. It's a whole lot of crazy shit they would tell me, right? And I would just look at them like, God damn. Like, because now it was fucking with me because it's taken away. I really wish I wouldn't have asked him.
Yeah.
You fucking with the superhero in the book. I don't want to hear this shit.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of shit.
They tried to, like, from an outside perspective of reading that book from somebody from like the far west side of LA. I was like, damn.
California.
This is like gangbanging at its finest. This is what made me want to.
I'm gonna tell you his biggest thing.
He was right there with that generation,
bro. His biggest thing, and a lot of niggas ain't gave it to him because nobody ain't covered it. You should probably cover it. His book is the only book written that come from this gangbang culture that influenced the motherfucking country.
Facts.
For sure.
That's a fact.
Facts.
Nigga, I don't give a listen.
That's a template.
Hey,
that's
listen,
a template.
nigga, I'm Paru. I was reading the shit out of that motherfucker.
Look, and that's another thing you said. You was like, a lot of shit in the book. You was like, man, a lot of stuff in the book is made up. It ain't factual. And I'm like, man, hold on. As far as I've been with some of these niggas. Like, I've been to Pelican Bay. I've been to High Desert.
Well, I don't remember saying that.
Look, we can
because
put it up.
A lot of niggas told me.
No, that's what you said, though. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, hold on. So I kind of felt like at that time when you was Big U, man, you was on a Monster Smear campaign.
I'm gonna be real big. You with the A-Trays.
No,
I've seen some crazy shit before.
Look, when you said
some crazy shit.
You said what you said, Big U was like this. Look, when you said today, Big U didn't want to speak on his face. Was like this, like damn. No, you went there.
No, he with him because I remember when he had his office on 42nd or 43rd and Crenshaw. Yeah. It was one of your homies. He had just did like 28 years, 30 years. This probably 2014, right before Sandman get killed. Uh-huh. And I come in there and he introduced me to him. Nigga was by himself. So I'm like, oh shit. You like this Woo from A-Trade, we did time together. He was trying to help him get something set up in his section or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So, that's one thing about him. He always would tell me he ain't never had problems with power rules, even though it's some NHPs in Inglewood, and he said that the niggas that's supposed to been his ops was always the ones to wake him up on what his homies was trying to do with it.
Well, he was cool with Melvin. He was cool with Melvin
That's
Farmer, right? Melvin Farmer was at Nip funeral and all that. So
Yeah, a lot of the homies, like all the older homies was like went over there. You feel me? Like for sure. So he, a lot of them dudes, and that's what I be saying. Like a lot of them dudes from like them first, second until like third generations, all them dudes went to school with each other. They know each other, mamas, daddy. Like a lot of them dudes still like be having friendships. So
no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And Wack brought up something that I've never got to ask somebody from A-Tray this, so it's a interesting opportunity. But like, how do y'all feel when people try to put that extra slander on Monster's name? You feel me? Like them type of rumors and things that people be trying to put on the OG like that.
like, man, like for me,
They
like
gonna do it to anybody, bro.
yeah, no, for sure. But like I said, like I'm not about to sit here and get mad about some shit I don't know about. You feel me? And I just feel like niggas shouldn't be speaking on shit that they know about. Like, yeah, nigga in the hood, like, nigga, like, nigga, I know what's up. Like, I'm not a nigga that's just out here lost, just gang banging. Like, a nigga, like, studied this shit. You feel me? Like, a nigga grew with this shit. Like, nigga from 12 years old on up. Like, a nigga grew with this shit, transitioned with this shit. So, like, nigga did everything you can do wrong in the street. So, a lot of shit, like, I understand. And, like, I understand that a lot of niggas in the beginning sold a nigga narrative that they didn't stick to. I stuck to that script. But these niggas, you know what I'm saying, been ventured off, but you find on later on down the line, you know what I'm saying, once you get these accolades and you get privy to information and shit like that, you find out what's going on. I heard all type of shit, bro. But like, if you from the outside looking in, you not from this community, like you really don't know unless you a nigga that's been there with him, and you can be like, oh, he did this, I was there, I did time with him, and blah blah blah. You feel me?
I got homies from Palmdale, Lancaster, right? A lot of niggas from Pacoima, like inner city LA, they migrate to Fontana and
100%. Hell yeah.
So a lot of my homies went to Palmdale, Lancaster, right? So they get up there, they eventually find a park they can hang out at, right? So then the youngsters is growing up there, they start gangbanging. They don't know that this dude right here now is like 50 or whatever. They don't know he's an ex-smoker. They don't know he ain't never had a fight. They don't know he ain't never did a day. He looked the part and he talking the talk. So then they're running to somebody like us. Yeah, man, I hang with such and such. Who? Oh man, that nigga's a rat. Or that nigga's a buster. Right? So
but that's because the internet wasn't cracking back then.
Because you don't know. Like I'm gonna be real. Once upon a time in the neighborhood, it was generations and generations of everybody's family knew each other. Right. Now it's a lot of people spread out everywhere. Vegas, Arizona, Palmdale, Victorville, shit. They didn't knock whole neighborhoods down and gave a nigga a voucher to go elsewhere, right? So it's a disconnect. You know what I'm saying?
But it's
the community aspect.
But it's more of an actual connect because now people was going to other cities. People was tapping in with the home team. People was actually on the internet. Paper were floating around. Everybody, Instagram, everybody.
Well, that's what we did to it. We did that.
That's the exposure.
That's some shit we did. And I tell people, like, I'm going to be real because there was a rule that said, if you expose paperwork on somebody, you're supposed to do something to them, right? And I sat back and thought about this shit, right? I said, you know what? This is a very, very slick rule for the rats to make. Because they said you can't talk about it unless you want to come kill me, right? Or lie me, right? So now that stopped people from talking about it. So I said, listen, we changing the rule. We ain't putting out this paperwork for nobody to do nothing to you. We are now in the realm of podcasting and the YouTube streets. And this is content. Right now, we're gonna make people aware.
This fool hacked the whole fucking streets,
bro. He hacked the streets. I had a dude call me from Sacramento, Compton Crip dude. One of our homies. One in the A, right? I talked about the work. He said, Wack, homie, I'm from Compton Crip, you don't know me. I got your number from over here. The nigga you talking about, I was just finna do some business with. So the fact that I put it out there now made him aware that this dude ain't right. So what if you sitting in Tennessee, right, and some chick then plugged you with a dude, he got the tats, he walked the walk, he talked the talk, but then on Clubhouse, you hear Wack 100 saying, this dude whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-whoop, we reading his paperwork.
No.
Would you not be appreciative?
No, I don't think there's any, I think you guys exposing snitches, files, J-Cats, ain't nothing wrong
He
with that
told the
whatsoever.
people.
Gotta be exposed.
Did you hear what he said about me? He said, if y'all got to work on Wack, send it to me, and I'm going to run it.
Yeah.
So hold on.
Yeah.
When you run it, you going to come do something to me?
I'm gonna come do something. No.
That's the rule, right?
That's the rule.
I ain't buy the old rule. I buy the new shit.
Hey,
We
look.
can you content.
Look, check this out. The rule is for the YNs and they street popping their guns. I'm not a YN in the street popping my gun.
Right.
I've been transitioned from that phase, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not on that. It's just
gonna
a
run
different time, you feel me?
Yeah.
So,
No,
you
we
know,
done.
because this is my thing, right? So, I'm telling people today, right? So so this CS back shit keep coming up, right? So
Right,
this
right,
what I
right,
tell
right.
them. So this monkey Deuce M's, right? I'm gonna say his name because I ain't even one of them dudes that be like, oh, I ain't gonna say your name because you too little for me. He come with the narrative that I try to debunk their narrative. Nigga, I never try to debunk no narrative. Like I said, this is what type of nigga I am. If I cover some content on you, Lush, something about you in the negative, and somebody come and give me some positive shit on you with like, no, this happened to wooty woo woo. The that's gonna run that like, hey, look, I ran this yesterday, but just coming in, somebody gave me shed some light on that situation and said, no, they was there with Lush and this. I got to because I already ran the content on you, so I might as well run the other side of the flip side.
Might
of
as
it,
well
bro.
get paid off of your correction.
But I'm not even looking at, but that's not even how I'm looking
No,
about
but I'm
getting
just
paid.
saying.
You feel me?
Yeah, I'm just saying
So,
in general. Yeah.
Bam, I ran the content. Look, what these motherfuckers don't understand, what I tell motherfuckers, bro, I'm not a nigga that go through YouTube all day looking for content.
Yeah.
I got motherfuckers that do that for me without me paying for them. Like my supporters and fans send me shit all
Send it
day.
to you.
And I go
Ant
through
got his
shit.
own army. It's crazy.
And I go through shit that I want to react to and some shit I don't. And my fans be like, hey, I think you should react to this. And sometimes I do it for them. So the shit that Deuce M's put together on him came across my desk. Bam, so I looked at it. I'm like, oh, this shit some good content. This shit put together good. So I'm not even like, I'm so high, right? When I'm listening to this shit, I'm not even knowing that this is a situation that I already know about. So when I run the content,
Well, hold on. So you mean to
He
tell
was
me
in jail with him.
you made a whole video?
Yeah.
He was
Without-
Yeah.
And you
And then so
Come on, man.
So boom. So my dudes from Main Street tap in like, hey, bro, look, yeah, you know, that was accurate. So
Travis Ford and them?
What was that?
so no, not even Travis, but I know Travis too. I've been knowing that nigga.
What was accurate?
Dro, I've been knowing that nigga, but I'm not telling him like my like
They said what was accurate?
that basically they said that cause basically when I dropped my content yesterday, you know what I'm saying, I was, you know what I'm saying, talking about the conversation that me and Wack had and I was like, you know, we talked about a lot of shit, you know, niggas know a lot of niggas in common and shit like that. And, you know, we just like, you know, dropping little gems and chopping games. So I'm like amongst the conversation, you know, he was just like, man, hey, look, you know, nigga, ask your niggas from Main Street. You saying, you know, these ask them bop, bop, bop. I never even called in to ask niggas on, hey, Trey, we just had the conversation.
Right.
That was that, you feel me? One of my niggas seen the content and called me and like, hey, Ant, he like, I want to tell you something. I'm like, what's up? He like, somebody told me if your foot on their neck, keep it there.
Right.
I'm like, all right, bro. I'm like, for sure. I'm like, but what you talking about though? He like, you said some shit yesterday, you know what I'm saying, your content. He like, yeah, no, Wack didn't tell on us. You know what I'm saying? You know, the other little dudes you mentioned or whatever, you know, that's accurate, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, all right, for sure, you know what I'm saying? That was that.
Yo,
so
the nigga
got mad at me for saying that. Like, oh,
Yo, you know what's
I
crazy?
debunked what they said,
No,
this
let
and
me tell you
that.
what-
So, hold on, let me finish,
Yeah.
Wack. So, all right, with that being said, let's just go with the narrative that Wack is CS back, right?
Right.
So, what niggas got to understand is you talking to a nigga that's been on them yards, bro. I'm not talking about, I'm not going to sit here and just tell you I'm a professor with the paperwork. I'm just paperwork savvy. I know how to read. I know common sense. I know what I'm reading. I know what to look for. I am a dude that been on them yard press and play. I'm not a dude that's talking about what he's seen and looked at happen. I'm a dude, every yard, anybody that been in that federal system, no, bro. Any yard I've been on, I've been to their hole for putting in work, bro.
Right.
On God. So I know what it is. So when it comes to this CS shit and the CI shit, the C in that is confidential.
Right.
So let's say
That's a fact.
you pull up on me.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, hey, 600, man, I got into it with this nigga, Wack, man, I'm gonna knock this nigga down. I go down on an indictment. This shit is in my paperwork that, man, you know, boom, a CS pulled up on Ant at the shop and Ant told him he was gonna knock Wack down. I know for sure, nigga, I had this conversation with you. The only people gonna know is me, you, and the police. Because you supposedly supposed to be this confidential source. So it's only us three that know. So if I'm on the yard, nigga, you happen to show up on the yard, that is not gonna be in your paperwork that you a confidential informant. So if I see you and I'm like, oh, and I go to the yard like nigga, and I go to the yard like this nigga snitch, and they like, what he snitch on? I'm like, this nigga the confidential informant, nigga, my paperwork, you know, this nigga came to my shop, and I'm the one, and I told this nigga at my shop that I was gonna knock Wack down, nigga, I know for sure he the only nigga I had the conversation with. You know what the yard gonna do?
You gotta handle it.
Nigga, they not gonna jump on him because they don't know it's his word against yours. So the yard gonna be like, well, if he did that,
Well,
you
here
gonna
go
have to
the crazy
go
part.
handle your business. So with that being said, nigga, if he is a confidential source, nigga, informant, nigga, I don't know about that. It's confidential.
So listen,
I'm not the one that's been
But hold on,
compromised.
here goes the crazy part about this, right? See, when I'm reading this shit, I understand the time frame. You got these dudes who were never around. You never even heard these niggas' names, right?
Right.
It was different players out there around back then, right? So when they saying Wack gonna give them the address, right? For me to give Del Dog Stutterbox address, that means I'm giving them my address.
Don't you live across the street from him?
And literally,
Right.
Del Dog been hating my guts before I even knew Stutterbox because of some death row shit. Right? So he been hating me on the individual thing because of some death row shit. Then when it come to my neighborhood, my homeboy Cadillac Day, rest in peace, when niggas used to go to this Balboa Park over here, drew down on him with a Uzi. So he never really liked my neighborhood. Then when he knew I was from there and how I handled him up at the row and made him kind of go push shit up and wouldn't let him in with shit, he didn't like me from that day forward. And that was cool, right? So by the time how me and Box come to be, me and Suge in the Beverly Center. It's back when the GTCs first come out, the hardtop GTs rather. So we're in the Beverly Center moving. Just me and Suge. It's Del Dog at about 6, 7 Main Street. Guess who with him? Box.
Yeah.
Now, I've been seeing a nigga come down my street in Rolls Royces, Bentleys, Range Rovers. I don't know who he is, right? At the time, I got the 500 in the Escalade. I'm still built. I got the trucking. The music ain't even going yet, and the real estate going, right?
24's on the Escalade.
So what you think happened when we walked up on each other at the Beverly Center and we both looking at each other? Ooh.
And you done seen him already, like.
Nigga, we live, bro. When I tell you, the same house, I'm here, he here. We pulling up to the school, nigga, dropping our son off together, but we don't know who each other is, right? It's even closer than we thought. So he see me and I'm looking at him, we don't say nothing. Next morning, we drop our kids off at school, come back through the same gate, pull in our driveways, met in the middle of the street. Hey, look, homie. Look, niggas don't even know where I'm at. He said, I don't want niggas to know where I'm at, right? He called me that night. I gave him my number. His baby mama is from my neighborhood. So now it's even closer, right? So through that, that's how we started talking. At the time, I still don't know who Stutterbox is, right? So some shit happened with him. He called me over there and he was telling me about what happened. I'm listening to him. Stutterbox stayed over there about 3-4 years. He sold his house for that $1 million, moved to Beverly Hills and got on. So, but Box at that time, he was always, you know, I didn't know him because I met him in Lancaster. Now niggas from South Central from the east side know all about Box. I don't know really who Box is on the overall, but I'll never forget that morning when I got the call from Mark. He said, hey, you talked to Box? I said, no. Now Mark mad at me because he snake boxed in Vegas when All-Star Weekend was out there. Now, the car that got shot up, Box gifted it to Mark. He said, just fix it and paint it, nigga, is yours. He sent it to him in Atlanta. So Mark is rocking with Box.
Stevens,
Mark Stevens rocking with Box. The nigga Box is telling Mark, hey, bro, I don't f with dog. Box on with you. Nigga, we get to the All-Star Weekend, Box staying at the Palms. That morning, I go to his room. I said, nigga, you might want to give me a key just in case I need to access your room. He said, you might be right. That night, Mark take Box and take him to a Shaq party in the Wynn. Shaq used to have about 3-4 parties going on in one night. I'm not knowing, I go to the Palms waiting for Box to come down. When I get in the Palms, guess who had the VIP to the club? Dog and 6 Main Streets. And guess what he telling them? Yeah, I'm on the VIP list for Mark Stevens. I called Box. Hey, Box, you know Dog is in your shit. Talking about Mark got him. He said, Wack, I said, I got your key. I meet him in valet, get him right? So when we get Mark on the phone, I said, where you at, nigga? I'm gonna break your motherfucking jaw.
Right.
You bitch ass. That's the day Box's relationship with Mark went sour because Box always protected Mark. But what the hell Box gonna say to me when he's seeing, nigga, you fucking with an op, you driving a Rolls Royce, he allegedly did this to, right? So that day, it broke up. Months go by, about a year go by. Mark called me out of nowhere. You talk to your man? I said, I ain't talked to him a couple days. Called and asked him what happened last night. I called him. Box told me a story to this day. It was unbelievable. He said he was robbing up and down Sunset. His homies pulled up on him, slid in on him, escorted him back to the east side, get him in the yard, D.O. there, had me in a position. They had his own cousin, Lil West or something, whoop on him. He had $30,000 in his pocket, so he was going to buy a 59 that night. They take his money and his jewelry. He ain't tripping the jewelry because it's fake, right? He wasn't tripping that. They told him go get his 20 more thousand and the Shaq tape. Now, the Shaq tape never existed because Box had cameras, but they didn't record. They just worked on the monitor. Hold on. So I said, well, Box, what you do? Because I know how he used to be. That nigga Box said, nigga, I drove. He said, Wack, they threatened my niece, and I drove right to the sheriff department and filed a report.
Man.
And he'll tell you that today.
All right, yeah. So look, bam. So with all that, so
I ain't got nothing to do with that shit.
So bam. Now I got some calls today, right? So bam, people tapping in with me now. So they like, hey, you and old boy Deuce Sims, y'all into it over nothing. I'm like, man, him, bro. He already jumped out there like with the disrespect. Like what you get me disrespect to my buster and bitch and all that. Like nigga, it ain't no cool. Like nigga, like it ain't no cool. But we ain't even about to send no threats or do all that. Yeah. And you, that's just what it is. But they like, oh, y'all was talking about 2 different situations. So they trying to say that. And what you was talking about, you talking about the Main Street State case, the CS back shit that they trying to call Wack. They talking about that was a federal case. But I'm like, well, I don't know nothing about that, nigga. I'm like, whether we talking about 2 cases or not, I know what I was talking about.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm speaking on what I was speaking on.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. Where you was at with all the Main Streets fighting the Stutter Box case? Where was that?
That was we was in Wayside.
Wayside where? Now, you did time in the feds, right?
For sure.
Do they send niggas is fighting fed cases to Wayside?
Hell no. See, you gonna get MDCLA.
A lot of these dudes be talking. That was Box for 6 months. Let me tell you another thing blew my mind. And niggas would take this how they want to take it. For 6 months, that nigga drove to CCB court in a Rolls Royce, nigga, by himself. I never forget because Captain Will, or Brother Will, FOI, used to be from 89 East Coast, right? Called me. The whole, where people can sit is Crips, Bloods, and Muslims. Box walked in that motherfucker in front of everybody, got on that stand, nigga, and got out for 6 months and didn't care. Everybody knows this is a situation that's at CCB court. I've never known Box to have a Fed case with his homies in life. They beat that case in CCB court. If this was a Fed case, and it's crazy they say that, you would have never been a Superman.
No. They trying to say that the Main Streets had 2 separate cases, so they acknowledging the state case that I was talking about, but they trying to say that the case that they're trying to say that you told on is a whole separate case.
So here's the thing, where's the case number at?
Look, listen. I don't know. Like I'm telling them. This all I can do is tell them. Yeah. I don't know about no Fed case, nigga. I wasn't speaking on the Fed case. If it is one, nigga, I'm speaking on what I'm speaking on. I'm speaking on the state shit.
You can Google that shit. All you gotta do is Google Robert Ross, Shaquille O'Neal, pop up.
No, and let's be real. If there was real paperwork on Wack, people would have been.
But like you said earlier, when you got the CS or the confidential, that word C, right? Letter C, right? Only person would know is the people in the case. Ain't nobody came out and said
I'm not on the case. I was never arrested.
So I'm just saying.
None of that shit.
So niggas mad at me because like that's one thing about like even for my supporters and fans of anybody out there like nigga that with the Hef effect. Like, do not rock with me, nigga, if you trying to, like, play any position, nigga, talking about I'm compromised, my nigga. I'm a nigga that's been going to jail since he's been 12 years old. I did too much jail time, and I kept it shitty my whole life, you know what I'm saying, where I could have been compromised.
You know why
been
they
at
mad
home,
at you, Ant?
been at home. Like, bro, I don't do no police shit, and I'm not with
I
no
like
police
this
shit.
because I remember when I was him.
You feel me?
You know why they mad at you? Because this has started them understanding that you're not going to do what they tell you to do.
No, exactly. That's the irony. They trying to compromise you. That's the irony. They trying to compromise you.
Look, they know since I was a kid. They like one thing about it, they like shit. Well, I ain't got his own mind. He gonna do what he want to do because look. One thing about me, I'm not a nigga you can recruit, bro. Where's this right and wrong, bro? I'm gonna be on the right side every time. So
if you went over there to the park with,
so if you wrong, like nigga, I'm not gonna fuck with you, nigga. You ain't gonna have to call my phone and tell me a nigga wrong. Don't fuck with him, nigga. If a nigga is foul, like if you can show me some paperwork on a nigga, like he said. So let me rephrase that. He asked me if they do give me some paperwork on him, if he's hot, what I'm gonna do to him, nigga. Even though it ain't gonna mean nothing to him, nigga. I'm not gonna fuck with you, nigga.
No, but you're gonna read it. What I'm saying is, see, they old rules was you can't read if you ain't gonna do that. No, that's protecting the rats.
You willing to boogie down
No, we ain't doing that no more. Anybody can read the work.
Right. That's
you ain't got to do nothing to the nigga, but you could expose that. You can share that.
Yeah, but look. And then this another thing. So, cause because niggas really be out here, bro. Like be talking about they playing chess because they be thinking about their age. Like I told a lot of niggas in my lifetime that a lot of shit niggas got on me is just being born before me, bro. Like.
Yeah.
It ain't, bro, for real. That's it.
I'm with you on that.
Like, I said, like, I tell our niggas, bro, you just born before me. That's it. So, with that being said, a lot of niggas be trying to, like, speak this street justice and this street acronym and, like, got this street substance. But this is my thing. Since you got so much street substance and you want to go on a smear campaign about somebody being a snitch or rat, why would you get on camera with somebody who would tell you that they is a known tattletale to debunk another dude that you're trying to say is a snitch and or a teller, bro? It don't make no sense. That's one thing about it. If I know you bad, nigga, I'm not about to befriend you because I'm beefing with him to try to get you to spill the beans on him, bro. Like, what sense does that make if I'm saying I'm solid? I'm on camera with another dude that trying to make him debunk saying that somebody else told, bro. Like where does that make any sense?
The rules is all out the window. It ain't no rules no more.
Come on, bro. Like people got to acknowledge that this man got on camera with Stutterbox, live Zoom. Stutterbox to tell you, and I ain't got no problem with him. You feel me? Just like, you know, if I get called on my name by anybody, and definitely by something that I'm not, like, I'm going to respond. So it's like Stutterbox to tell you itself, like, what happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to get on here and speak on it.
Me right now today.
Look. Stutterbox.
Keep it real with you.
Yeah, Stutterbox to tell you itself what happened. You feel me? Right. So it's like you got on a Zoom camera of him. You supposed to be solid. You got on a Zoom camera of him trying to debunk Wack about Wack being hot, but you talking to somebody hot. What sense does that make, bro?
You know, he been apologizing to Box. She's running from Box right now.
Yeah.
Like a mother.
And then he told me that I thought it was gonna be the pull up yesterday, but kind of find out
he's in Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin. I'm like, man, what?
Him and Maria out there with that lash bar.
Man told me that
he's a custodian.
The man told me, hey, if you keep on talking, my next segment, I'm gonna put it out there about how you got problems with your homies. You can't be in your set. I'm sitting right here in the set right now. Like,
for real. You know we got his work. He beat a chick, threw her in the trunk. This is what he go to jail for. He beat a chick up, threw her in the trunk. Here's him putting in work. You from Fruitown, Brim. Okay, let me tell you the ugly part about it, right? This is the ugly part.
He looked like
now, one thing,
in a truck.
Look, one thing about it.
Female.
I ran, you know, me and Big U ran a long, long time, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you know the grid program? Deuce M's is the one that originated that. We knew nothing about it. It's on the internet. He ran a 3-hour room called the nigga Big U, a.k.a. COINTELPRO, the rat. Deuce M's ran this room. This is how we found out about the goddamn grid. We didn't know about it, right? Now watch this. Big U has heard that, right? So then I look up and he like, I'm gonna play on Big U to try to get on World Star. Because we had the World Star contract, right? Come to find out, Deuce M's got a brother named Booker Brim from Fruitown Brim, OG nigga. Big U called the dog to roll the nigga up and PC him up. So now you got this nigga who brother got PC'd up by Big U. Big U didn't heard this dude disrespecting him, but at the time, that's when the heat was on. He had no internet presence, right? So he used him for that. What he don't know is when he had him down there passing out the backpacks, that was debater. Oh, you willing to come down? That was debater, right? He has no idea the fact that Big U heard you. He nigga ran a 3-hour room. The world didn't know about the grid until Deuce M's exposed it. This how we found out about it. I'm oblivious to this shit, right? And a nigga ran a crazy room, right? Nigga, that Big U is never gonna forget that. I don't care what you do. You could go drop his wife off $1 million a day, 600. The work you put in on him, he's never gonna forget that.
He ain't letting that go.
He's not letting it go. He'll come kick it with you, eat what you lost. One day.
Yeah.
One day he's gonna address it.
So for those that aren't fully across what's going on here, essentially you're saying that Deuce M's exposed
Big U the Grit. This is where we got it from. So we was oblivious of it. I'm giving him his credit. He broke the content.
Right, we wouldn't have never known.
We wouldn't have never known.
But Wack, you was running around with Big U during that time, right? Like, how the you don't know about that shit, right?
No, because what I know, hold on. No, what I knew about, these are things I helped him with. Graffiti removal, back to school shit. When Shaq sent the trailers for Christmas or Thanksgiving, and the Crenshaw coach, I would donate. Because what he was doing, he was only charging the kids $100. That's not enough to cover shit. So he
What do you mean he was charging the kids?
That's all he charged the kids to play. Usually costs $400-500 to play football.
Okay.
So he knew they didn't have it, so he would charge them $100. Yeah. So what he would do is use his resources and say, hey, bro, I'm this. So I remember I would always sponsor was it 9U helmet and shoulder pads. It was like $2,500. And he would buy the helmet and shoulder pads. The shit you saw Nipsey do at the awards, the following year was me and Nick Cannon. We was there. He gave us
the hosting of the event.
He gave us the award. No, he gave us an award, right? For helping out the thing. So when you said developing options, I knew it to be these things. I didn't know nothing about no goddamn this other shit. And I ain't gonna lie. Nigga, when I read the paperwork and I seen, because I used to always ask him, bro, why the hell you got a BlackBerry? He like me, he's not savvy. I use this phone for like 15% of what it could do. I don't know how to do a bunch of shit. It's QCP.
There's a thing called the App Store.
Yeah, I don't know how, whatever I don't know how to do, I just call my girl, they do. I got a whole team on the motherfucker. He know it. If I need something converted,
600.
If I need something converted, I go on the Clubhouse. Dreas, convert this link, right? I got somebody to do it. I don't got time to learn how to do that shit. So when I seen issued a BlackBerry cell phone to keep in contact with 77th Street Crash Division, oh nigga, I've been seeing him with the phone since 2011. So what I did, I had Big Chuck from Death of the Clout Chaser, when he was in Deuce M's room, say, hey, Big U, what's going on with this cell phone Wack always talking about? I lined him. You know what he did? I ain't never owned a BlackBerry. He don't know. I got the video with him and Suge in his backyard playing ping pong with the BlackBerry in his hand.
Damn.
Right? I just had to line him. Whenever I ask you a question, nigga, I already know the answer. I just want to see if you're going to lie to me.
I used to ask him too.
That's whacking enough.
So yeah, we going to get off him. We going to cut him. Be like, enough of him.
Give me another question.
Bam. So the first thing, because I seen the Monster Cody thing sometime down the line, the first thing was doing the big side little get down, right?
Okay.
So,
that's your boy.
Hold on, no, let him go. Let him go.
That's bro.
Let him go.
Bro.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Let him go.
And besides the movie, I've been knowing that nigga. I know Reggie. I've been
Come on,
Big
no,
Shaq.
I want to know what your issue. I know you don't got an issue with me about that.
No, look.
You cannot.
I got it. No, I don't got an issue with you. Look. For the record.
Nigga,
Big sad nigga in K-Swiss. Nigga, K-Swiss hit me personally when he came home, nigga.
So you know what time it is?
Nigga, I'm with the K-Swiss part. I know both of them niggas.
Okay.
Personally, know both of them niggas. Like before this rapping shit and when niggas know them for, I know both them niggas, bro. I know both them niggas. So no, I didn't have a problem with you with whatever y'all did, because you know what I'm saying, T-Money pulled up on me and all that.
You know me and T-Money history then, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You know we go back to 12 years old.
Bam. So he tell me all that. So peep game. So during that time, right, you know, you brought a lot of people on. You know what I'm saying? No Jumper. You had the OG and who he had with him? What was the
oh yeah, the dude.
What was that a dude?
I was up here with you, right?
What was,
OG
what
dude.
was the homie name? Chin Check. The homie Chin Check. So you brought them up here. They was on a little smear campaign with Big Sass. So somehow during that time, the 8 Trays got brought up. So basically, you did a segment.
I think he was running with y'all or something. They knew the history of it. I didn't know the.
Yeah. So basically,
I think he kept y'all with him. He hung with y'all more than his own neighborhood, from what they was telling.
Chin Check.
No, Sad.
Who? Sad. Nah, Sad be with his homies, but Sad hung with a lot of us too, though. You feel me? Sad definitely
y'all
always
got the numbers,
they need to stop faking that. They don't paint that narrative. Like Sad was over there, like niggas is faking.
Because y'all got the
I
numbers.
used to be over there. I'm not telling you what I think. I used to be in a hood. Him and P Trey, the homie P Trey. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, nigga. I used to be over there. Nigga, with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I used to hang with them niggas on corner.
Okay, no, I want.
So this is my situation. So Ben, the 8 Trays came up in that situation. So during that situation, when the 8 Trays came up, somebody would ever sold you some narrative that the 8 Trays is mad at you, had a problem with you. So you came out.
They called you and told you that.
What does that? Wait.
Somebody called you and said he tried to go over there to the 8 Trays. Cause they said what the narrative was, somebody from 8 Tray told him, man, leave that nigga Wack alone. If he say he got something, he got it.
Oh yeah,
Remember I was teasing.
Yeah.
So basically, Wack was like, so basically whatever was told about the 8 Trays came up during this whole situation. So Wack like, well, I don't know what the 8 Trays problem is with me. You feel me? I ain't got no problem with the 8 Trays. You know, all I did, you know, the last time I heard or ran into an 8 Tray was probably about such and such years ago. You know, some dude in Mexico, you know what I'm saying, his house.
I look out for
burned down the sun. Yeah, so I'm like, bam. So, you know, you put that out there, you feel me? So, you know, I hollered at T Money. I'm like, hey, look, you know, the homie, I say, you talking about the homie Cody. He ain't got nothing to do with that situation. But I'm like, being that the 8 Trays came up, I'm like, you know, why the homie's name came up? All y'all from West LA, y'all up there, bro. Ain't no 8 Trays came up there, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas speaking about us, you know what I'm saying? We got a right to be at the table and be heard. So, you know, basically somebody said they high on, he got to say his name. He said he tapped in with you, hollered at you. And you like, oh, man, I don't know why you want to come up here. Why you just to come up here when y'all came up here?
Oh.
So
I don't know who that is.
shit, T Money. T Money said he hit you like, hey, look, why you trying to go up there and speak, you know, what the 8 Tray issue was? And you was like, oh,
I'd have
man.
told him bring him. I don't never deny T Money nothing.
All right, so that was a lie then.
Yeah, I'd have told him, but I don't never
Wait,
deny
so T Money said he wasn't allowed
You
here.
know
or
what? I think the
No,
first
T
time.
Money said, look, I got at T Money. I'm like, hey, look, bro. You know what you did, T Money. We ain't got to speak about that. You pulled up on us as well as you pulled up on Wack. We ain't even got to speak about that. Whatever narrative y'all want to run with Big Sad, y'all can run with.
Hold
like,
on,
bro.
there ain't no narrative. No narrative. There's no narrative.
That's what I thought we
This
was
is
talking
true.
about.
So
Now,
what's
hold on.
happening?
It's
Now, this is how this happened. I'm going to be real. So I get a phone call. I'm going to be real. Even with this music game, niggas that know me, hey, bro, if you ain't a nigga I'm doing business with or you there, I don't be knowing who these niggas is, right? So I get the call. They say, hey, bro, this nigga Big Sad keeps speaking on the homie. I don't even know K Swiss. Come to find out, K Swiss' wife is on Clubhouse with me, right? I ain't even knowing that that's who that is, right? I knew that she had some ties to T Money, but I didn't know that was actually K Swiss' wife, right? So he said, Wack, we need a voice. I said, what you mean? He said, yeah, this nigga Big Sad keep wooty whoop, but I think he might have spoke on T Money or something, right?
For sure.
So I said, all right, well, shit, send me to work. So he sent me to work. That's what I sent it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to teasing him. So when I go to teasing, Big Sad, get off. One thing I can say, he hit my DM. He fined my ass up. This nigga talking crazy to motherfucker.
Big Sad was on your helmet.
No, listen.
For sure.
No, hold, this real shit. Look, but listen,
Shaq cooking
I
you?
gotta accept what come with it.
For sure.
Because I'm diving into it, right? So my involvement is my nigga come to me and say, Wack, this nigga whoopty whoop, T Money voice socially what Big Sad shit was, because his music, I guess, was buzzing and popping, right? So when he get on there, I'm telling him, I go on there. I say, hey, nigga, you better chill out. I got your work. So he like, drop it. So you know what I do. I wait about 10 days. I act like I ain't got nothing. He get at me again. Yeah, bitch ass.
The footage?
No, hold
Was
on.
that the footage?
He get at me again. Yeah, bitch ass. That's what I thought, right? So I wait another 4 days, and at midnight, I put a still shot of him in the interrogation room.
The footage.
See, after 2 weeks, he think I ain't got it. I did it on purpose, right?
You're a jerk.
At 6 a.m., I dropped the whole shit.
Right.
Game over, right? So at this point, I'm gonna be real. I ran that content because a nigga I fuck with. Me and T-Money go back 12 years old. I used to fight Crips with this nigga. They try to rush him. The nigga has so much heart, I just started helping the nigga fight back. Me and T-Money go back that far.
All right, so look, so bad with that. So, you know, me and T-Money, we sorted our differences out, but being that it's already on the table, we gonna speak on it. So look, this is a situation. T-Money brought that work to me. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? This your boy. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, I'm like, man, let me look at it. I look at it. I'm read it. You know what I'm saying? They show me the little footage and this and that. So, bam, I'm like, hey, let me get this. So he like, oh, man, I can't do it. You know, something with the lawyer. I'm like, what? I'm like, man, bro, stop
That's
playing.
where it come from.
You
But
told me-
No,
told me
look,
the
look,
lawyer.
look. But the whole
years.
time, he already had gave it to him. He playing, bro. Let's stop playing with me and just keep it gangster.
Right.
Oh, I can't give it to you, the lawyer.
A decade after the case.
Then,
yeah, it was about 10
hey,
years.
Yeah.
Swish gonna call you. Swish called me. Swish don't even speak nothing about the paperwork. He just, bro, what's up, bro? You know, nigga ain't seen in a minute. We chop it up. All right, bro, I'm gonna be out in a minute. I love you, bro. All right, well, bam. So next thing you know, Wack posted. So I'm already like on T-Money, like, bro, I thought you couldn't give it up. You talking about this lawyer shit, this and that. This is my thing. So
I
nigga, listen.
never knew he was even involved.
yeah,
No, he told me this whole story at the park.
So listen,
Yeah, I ain't know
listen,
that.
it came.
We just didn't record it.
Hit the bro, hit the big bro. You know what I'm saying? Big bro hit me. Bob popped up. He like big bro. Like, look, my little bro with him. This
Because
is
we
man.
needed the lawyer to actually get
Bam.
the video footage.
So look, so look, like I said with that situation. So look,
So what would you have done with it if he'd have gave it to you?
what you mean?
'Cause you
what I
asked
done
for
with
it, right?
Yeah, I asked with it. No,
the
I
video-
was about to send it to bro and ask bro what's up with this because this. Look, listen, me and bro, we talked about it too. So this is my thing. Like niggas running with the narrative that he told. You know what I'm saying? So
He
this
told, he gave a
listen,
description of
listen.
the car. And
Listen. He definitely gave a description of the car. This what he did. Look. We gonna just say this. We gonna set this straight, and then I'm gonna say this. Would I have did that? Like no, like a nigga just gonna be quiet. Like you feel me? This is the thing, and I'm not trying to like nigga. Bro, I'm not trying to like take up for bro or nothing, but nigga, let's like niggas human beings, bro. Let's be logical.
He's traumatized. He's
Hold on,
18 years
hold on.
old.
Yeah, okay,
he's a gang member.
That
18
thing,
years
He's a
old.
gang
check this
member.
out. Age.
You said
I'm not
human being.
about none of that.
No. Listen,
That-
nigga, I've been young.
Let me
He's
finish.
a human
Let
being.
me finish, bro. And if y'all want
Go
to debunk it, bro, go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is what it is, bro. F the age, bro.
I mean, the age is.
Fuck the age, bro. Like nigga was going through that shit at that age. That ain't nothing,
Yeah.
bro. Like nigga was out here at 12, so you think a nigga wasn't playing in the streets. This the thing. Bam. That happened. So let's just say this happened. Say you and 600 in the car. Me and Wack sitting in the car. You niggas pull up on me and Wack. I know both you niggas. Nigga, I went to school with you niggas. I know both you niggas government. You niggas pull up on the side of me while I'm sitting in the hood. I make eye contact with you niggas before you niggas
They
do
get
what you
down.
niggas do. You niggas get down on me. You niggas get down on me. You niggas kill
Unalive girl.
unalive girl,
A pregnant
allegedly, you know what I'm
girl, I
saying?
think.
Pregnant girl. We try to rush her to the hospital to get her help. Amongst me taking her to the hospital, they lock the doors on me like, nigga, where you going? You ain't going nowhere, nigga. Police about need to come holler at you. Nigga, this girl dead. He's locked in the hospital, can't go nowhere. Detectives come, pull him in a hospital room. He's not at a police station in that room to interrogate him, and that's at the hospital. He getting there, they asking him what happened. He explained what happened.
Stop right there. What was he supposed to do?
Man, lawyer up.
That he wasn't supposed to say nothing.
Lawyer up.
his mouth
Lawyer up.
shut.
But listen, okay. Motherfucking right. Nigga, motherfucking right.
Come on.
Lawyer up. This is my thing, though. Let's not play dumb here. Okay. So what happened? Oh, man, you know, I went and did this today, you know what I'm saying? I was on my block chilling, man. A car pulled up. Shit, what type of a car, SUV, truck? A SUV, you know what I'm saying?
White,
white,
silver, or whatever it was.
Yeah, silver.
But didn't he give the wrong information?
Listen. What kind of car? Or silver SUV. All right. That's that. Let him go. Bam. Them niggas go down. Them niggas go down.
Something, man. They
What I'm missing?
use that information to lead back to the rental that nigga got, which was a description of the rental he got, which was the same description
I didn't.
of the vehicle. Is in the work.
I didn't see that
That's
part.
where he did bang.
Okay, let's just say if you go with that
Oh, it's
narrative,
in there.
but I didn't see that part. So let's go with that narrative. Bam. That's supposed to lead back him just saying he just said it was a Benz. He just said it was a Nissan. I just said it was a great truck. It's a great truck. We don't know shit. It's a million gay trucks, but
And
being on listen to me. I'm not on bullshit. On a game.
You is not finna describe nothing.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
You telling me you gonna tell them
Listen
people?
to me.
You
I
wouldn't
didn't,
did
I didn't
that.
say that.
Your ass nigga, you
Already
hey,
answered
Trey,
the question.
you know how many times I know you done been in some shit,
Wack,
and you
not
like ain't
letting me
seen
finish,
nothing.
Wack, you not letting me finish.
Go ahead.
Not letting me finish. I already said, nigga, I'm a lawyer, but yeah, I did that a million times, bro. Proven
that's
fact,
what I
bro.
know.
So, but I know what happened. So, like I said, bro, we not gonna sit here and act like that we don't know the evils of the streets, bro, and how the game is, bro. Like, in the oxymoron is way, I understand it. I'm not gonna do it, but don't mean I can't understand what the fuck going on. You feel me? He in there. I just say a great truck. Like, nigga, I know it's a great Benz and all. I could have just been like, great Benz. He said great truck. Whatever. That what he said leads back to them niggas getting arrested.
Yeah, because it was a rental. It was a rental.
The nigga, one of the niggas, he start telling instantly. Man, look, this what happened. Whoa. They go back to the house. Bam, find shit from the scene. Match it up. Oh, yeah, these are suspects. Bam. You know what Big Sad do? Big Sad came to court, and Big Sad wasn't even subpoenaed. Big Sad came to court for them niggas, got on the
I'm
stand.
glad you saying this.
Huh?
I'm glad you saying this.
Saying what?
Go ahead, say it.
Was he subpoenaed?
No, he wasn't. But he got
Okay.
on the stand, and what did he
Big
say?
Sad got on the stand, nigga, and said that nigga, them wasn't the niggas that did it. Nigga, he know them niggas. He grew up with them niggas. And that is the honest.
And he also tried to retract his statement of the description of the car. He definitely tried to. So in order to retract,
but this look. So we did look. That's just as bad as this, bro.
in order to retract,
Only way I can retract
Is
my
what?
statement is if
You gave a
looking
statement.
for me and I get subpoenaed to court.
No, he wasn't subpoenaed. He went. He kept it gangster. No, he kept it gangster
But
with the
look,
court.
listen,
But
listen,
in order to
Wack.
retract something, that means I'm trying to take something back that I said.
Okay, but look though. So look
He
though.
fucked up, man.
Okay, but look though. So without him being subpoenaed because they felt like the nigga did all the telling, one of the niggas that was right there, like, man, this is what happened. They wasn't even really like, if you look through really the court transcripts, nigga, they wasn't even playing. They didn't even give a fuck about Big Sad saying a motherfucking great vehicle. They nigga, look, listen.
So they wouldn't have got arrested. Would they have got arrested without that?
They messed up.
I'm gonna go get it. They used with his description.
Right.
Whatever the you right. They found some shit at the scene. Right?
Yeah.
Which, and whoever kind of led back the case was somehow, some way. Something about some shooting range, some other shit, right?
Yeah,
right.
And the shells.
No, I'm
like
really-
the nigga had like the shell cases from the scene matched. The
shooting
nigga
range.
still had shells at the house.
So
from the
guess
gun
what? So
type
when,
shit.
not only, but look, so when they go do their investigation, right, it shows that bro from Mansfield rented a car. They go to the car rental. The description of the car rental matched the description he gave. If he would have never gave a description, I wouldn't have said nothing.
That's the question. That's the main question.
No. I never try to debunk that. Of course, I said, yeah.
So you
him saying, this is what I'm saying.
You ready for this laugh?
This is what I'm saying. The nigga went to court, got on the stand. Look, if I really wanted to tell,
So he only told a little bit.
look, no, he don't even know. You
So this was going on.
That's what he said.
No, he didn't tell a little bit. Listen.
Wait.
I'm gonna break it all down. Listen. So, bam.
I don't know about this one.
I don't know about this one. If I know your motherfucking name is Christopher, nigga, and I know your motherfucking name is Johnny.
That's why I only told a little
and
bit.
You put up on the side of me and shoot, nigga, I could just be like, look, motherfucking Johnny shot me.
It's
Did you
Chris
hear
and
what
Johnny.
he just said?
Okay.
Did you hear what he just
Three
said?
elements.
little
Three
bit.
elements. Who they are, they name.
Chris
right?
and Johnny
Hold
shot
on.
me.
Wait.
But I come to court on my own without being subpoenaed, get on the stand and say,
Try to fix
man,
it.
I know them mans. Like, man, I grew up with them. Them ain't the ones that pulled up on the side of me.
Okay. So let me ask you a question, Ant. If you got
And
a
the nigga is out right now today. That helped him.
Listen,
He's out. Did
Listen,
15 years, he's out. That helped
he
him.
just come home. You know, bro, just come home.
Yeah.
Right? So, let me ask
He
you something.
out.
You got three things. You got the car, the name, and where a nigga live. Right? In our world, where we come from, how many of those things can you give up and not be called a snitch? Can you give up one and still be cool? But if you give up two, you a snitch, and all three, you's a rat. How many of those things can you give?
Man, look, look, on my mama, look.
got a tail
Look,
end those in
listen. I'm gonna tell you, bro.
And you on some bullshit right now, Ed.
Brad.
No,
You can't tell a little bit.
No.
You cannot tell a little bit.
Look, bro, I seen it like this, bro. Look,
Nah.
that's on God. Like,
You can't tell a little bit.
listen, bro.
I'm gonna talk.
No, we done seen some shit. I'm gonna be real. There's some niggas that I done gave a blind eye to. I'm gonna
Look,
keep
bro.
it real.
But
in this situation, you
like
can't
this.
tell.
Look, and it's not his same situation. I seen a situation like this because I've been fed a narrative on being solid. So that's all I know. And I seen a narrative like this where nigga fuck my mind up because he's trying to break the lesser evils down to me. Like, oh no, bro. That was snitching, but he made a statement.
Right, but objectively, objectively,
You can't do that.
As soon as you said that you
Can't
wouldn't
do that, Ed.
As soon as you said you wouldn't do that yourself.
You trying to make it seem like I made this shit up? I didn't make
I'm
this
gonna tell you
up.
what your ass is doing. You coming with what he did, right? And then you ending with he got on the stand and said it wasn't him. Kudos for him.
We're not talking
Thumbs
about
up.
that.
You would have never got arrested.
ain't talking
though, if it
about
wasn't
that.
for that, though, right? In the initial testimony, that's a
We
problem.
don't know.
We're not
That's
even
the
here to
issue.
talk about all
You
that
lucky,
stuff.
you lucky, but I'd have brought that work.
No.
I'd have made your ass read that shit.
I would have had to read it.
I'm
And I'm a real nigga. I would have had to read it.
No,
I'ma
but
find
here's
that
the
shit and send it
thing.
to you.
As soon as you said you wouldn't have done that, the conversation's basically over.
I think
You know
what he's
I'm saying? No, as soon as you said you wouldn't
I'm
have
gonna
done
tell you
that.
this.
Hey, man.
Because you move like a real G.
Look, this is the thing. He broke the rule. We all know that. He broke the rules. But it's certain
A
things.
rule was broken.
It was
Okay.
and there's no way around it. He can't walk no yard with that. You know that. You know that. But
The what?
Nah, I can't say that. I can't say that.
Boy,
The road to
you
hell
over there
is
with your
paved
G
with
homie.
good intentions.
You better stop
brother.
saying that shit.
The road to hell.
Look. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. You can't say he can't walk no yard because I've seen it a lot of
Yeah, I
times,
didn't see
and we just had the situation where niggas allow people to walk yards, and niggas have been on yards, and niggas that found they was hot, and niggas like, look, nigga, you gonna go down to the court and fix that situation.
Hold on, wait up.
You
man.
feel me?
Gonna like this one.
I
Hold
seen
on,
it,
wait.
bro.
You gonna
I
like
seen it
this one?
multiple times, and I can name drop, but I ain't gonna even do
You gonna
niggas'
like
names
this?
like that. 'Cause
Petey
some of
Wack
this- 'cause
walking
some of
the
this shit
yard.
ain't my
Right,
gang
right,
business.
right.
Petey
You
Wack
feel me?
told on A-Tray, did he not?
yeah.
And he been walking the yard forever.
Yeah. Well, that's not what I meant. I'm just saying, like, you know, that's wrong. He broke the rules. But what you doing?
That must be his little partner, man.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
And
this
that's
is
cool.
how about the situation.
No, that's-
He's
I
a
know,
trophy.
God,
He's
look,
a trophy.
I wouldn't have, no, God, nigga, nigga, I had that conversation with bro. No, I wouldn't have did it, but this is what I'm saying. I gotta understand too. I just think that nigga overspoke. If he was really trying to tell, I know who did it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
I get you, I hear you.
I agree
That's
with
what
that.
I'm saying,
No,
bro. I'm
I
not trying to take up for a nigga.
understand.
I think he overspoke. If I'm really, nigga, I know you, nigga. I played at your house before this game back in. We was all West LA.
What
trades
your
before we
homies
was
tell
beefing.
you when the police get you?
Bro,
What?
I already said all
Don't
that,
say
bro.
nothing.
Yeah, I already said
So if
all
you
that,
don't
bro.
say nothing, you can't overspeak.
Yeah, I already said all that.
You know
bro.
what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
So, and I'm gonna be real. I didn't know who the you know it. When they called me, I didn't know who the a Big Sad was.
Which is crazy.
And I'm gonna keep it my 100
because
with
he's
you.
like got more emotion
I
than
didn't know. When I listen to the nigga music
He
is hard as a
yeah.
motherfucker.
With him. Listen.
I'm gonna keep it real with you.
That's why this shit hurts.
Huh?
That's why this shit hurts.
What? Okay, what he say?
For example, he's not a suspect.
No.
So if I get shot at and the police come and they grab me up, I can say, "Oh yeah, I see who did it. There was the purple car. It was this. It was this." And I'm not guilty of anything. If we're on a case.
But what if your info
Not if
leads
you
to
a
the
gang
arrest?
member. Not if you a gang
I'm
member.
It's a silver car though. I'm never gonna say it's a silver car.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you giving the wrong info, I'm fucking with you.
If we get
He
shot,
done gave him the wrong
if we
info, I'm
get
fucking
shot
with
at, if we getting shot at, people do that all the time. People make statements. Oh, it was 3 Mexicans. And it was some.
No, I'm with you with that.
no, you can do that. Yeah, you
I'm
can do
with
that.
you with that. But what I'm saying is, he gave accurate information. If that nigga would have said they was in a red pickup truck, I'm fucking with him.
No, but Wack, but let me ask you.
On my mom.
No, but Wack,
I'm telling you, bro.
Wack,
what
don't
he says is-
no, but don't you think people?
No, he's saying something
No, but-
real.
We argue about that all the time. Though.
No,
Like,
bro,
not-
bro.
But don't you think
He's saying something real. Hey, if a nigga give, I've been in that situation. If a nigga give the total opposite information, nigga would look. It was 3 niggas in a gray car, and you pull up and you hit. Who was it? 3 Mexicans in a red pickup truck. I'm fucking with you.
Yeah, but no, I feel like that's
Because
that's moving.
he gave
That's
him-
moving the
Yeah,
goalposts.
it's a derail because now who they.
I respect that.
I respect that, right?
But
I ain't
Wack,
gonna have nothing
but-
bad to say about it.
But don't y'all be saying though that if any type of cooperation,
No,
any
no, no,
statement
no,
made,
no, no.
whether it's a
You
diversion
You know
or
why?
not-
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Let's say I'm the shooter, right?
Yeah.
And the
Clearly.
paperwork in the paperwork come, right? And it say Aunt Hefe, the victim shot, gave a description of the vehicle, red pickup truck, and it was 3 Hispanics. I'm gonna say I f with that nigga. That's my enemy, but I respect his hand.
So look.
Because he told him something total opposite.
Okay, so look. So
You
this
get
is
what
why-
I'm saying? I'm not gonna call him. He didn't do nothing wrong right there.
So this is why they say don't say nothing, period. Because what if it's just somebody, 3 Mexicans in a red pickup truck?
Yeah.
You feel me?
And then they get wrapped
I hear you
up.
that.
Yeah, correct. But like,
I hear what that.
I just like
I'm gonna be real.
Like
I wouldn't have called him. I hear what you're saying.
though. Yeah.
You know what he's saying? What if 3 Mexicans happen to get bumped up in the area and they dirty because of what I done
Right,
told them?
right.
They didn't get caught up
That's
some
why I
shit.
say don't
I'm
say
gonna keep it
nothing.
real.
Yeah.
They just gonna have to live with that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know, nigga. I was trying to help the situation.
Nah, he's right though. That's still technically making a statement. It's still
That's why they say don't say nothing, period.
No, what I'm saying
No,
is,
no, I mean,
Right.
shit,
I wouldn't have said Big Sad did something wrong. But when I saw that they did the research, whatever they found led back to the rental,
Right.
and the rental was a description in the color of the whatever, at that point, that's where it went bad.
I just wonder if Ant would be defending this guy if it wasn't like the most cracking Trey
No, he
rapper
know him. I
in the
think he
past
know
several
him.
years.
He's fun rapping.
But like you know,
I
what I'm
think he
saying?
just know him and know his
Rappers,
character.
bro.
But I'm just saying, like,
What I gotta defend, like what I nigga, look, bro, this you gotta understand. Name one instance that you and try to see young Aunt Hefe ride Big Sad Wave. Nigga, I got 6 unreleased songs with this nigga, and I only put 1 song out with me and this nigga, bro. What are you talking about?
see, he
You
not
do
really-
know.
he not
You
really
do know,
defending
right?
him.
Look,
Bro,
look.
I got
Yeah,
6
man, he was
unreleased
wrong,
songs
though.
with this nigga. I only put 1 song
You
out
do
with
know
this
for
nigga,
the
bro.
record, right? Listen, you do know the industry and the fans, they don't give a f. You do know that. Like, they don't give a f.
About
Really,
himself.
I'm gonna be real. If you're a rapper out there, if you're a rapper and you snitched on somebody, you should bring me your paperwork, let me premiere it, and drop a song in the video the same day. Because today, bro, they don't care.
It can be part of your marketing strategy.
And right now, I'm gonna be real. Them songs you got is good. You held them because your presence right now is where is higher than what it was prior to. You should release them songs, bro. They don't care. It's not gonna be a blemish. I'm telling you, my nigga.
But look, this the cold part about it. I don't care about that. The 1 song I got that I released with him was in a fiasco of all that shit going on.
Well, his point he's saying is that he's
Yeah.
not releasing it because of the paperwork. He's not releasing it because for whatever reason.
Yeah, I just hold him. The one I liked it the most, I just released. I really didn't care about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I
He's
like,
your
nigga,
homie outside of rap. Long
but
story
no,
short.
Hold
nigga,
on, wait.
he for that nigga, he just taught himself how to rap within like
So
the last
right now-
5 or 6 years. That nigga wasn't rapping. I knew that nigga before he was rapping.
So right now,
No, yeah,
so
RIP
right now, if he
Steve-O,
called
yeah,
you,
I know,
I
yeah.
remember
if he
all
called
them
you,
niggas,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
so if
Nigga, I ain't no fan, nigga.
if Big Sad called you right now and said, "Ant, come get on this song," would you get on it?
Yeah.
This why he ain't attacked me about 6'9". I've been waiting on it. This why he ain't attacked me about 6'9".
I didn't attack you about 6'9", but look, this is the thing.
It's the same shit.
Nah. How?
What? Who said it's not?
How?
Ain't no. It's no. Look, God said. God said. Hold on. God said no sin is greater than the next.
Man, what?
That's what
We
he
don't
said.
know who the fuck wrote that Bible.
Oh, you right. But that's what they
We over
said.
here westernized. Damn, put this shit on slavery. Got monster like, look, man, God said this.
You know where I'm
Man,
going with this,
man,
right?
what
Where
you
I'm going
talking
with
about?
this. You want to complete my sentence?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna let you complete it.
No telling is greater than the next.
I can go for that.
So listen,
I can go
now
for
I'm gonna
that.
be real. I wouldn't have nothing to say about, especially the song, nigga.
Yeah, I can go for
I'm
that.
gonna keep it 100.
But this what I feel.
I'm gonna look at it like it's business.
Fools are gonna have more. We're gonna have higher
Now, you
expectations
gotta
for
be
Big Sad.
said,
Really.
this man Jefe,
That's
and if
my
any of you
mama.
niggas got a
Look.
problem with Big Sad, you gotta come see me first. I'm gonna be like, "Head, what are you doing, bro?"
No, because look, bro did do something that he shouldn't have did. You feel me on everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I know that he know these individuals, so I know that he wasn't trying to tell. Like he could have
And
told on them
20
niggas
years
if he
ago,
wanted
wouldn't
to,
be
bro.
saying this.
You know.
I'm glad you going through a
I
transition.
knew about this. You gotta
used to be
understand.
you.
I knew about the
evolving.
situation 15 years ago. I knew about this
So
back
15
then.
years ago, you didn't think
Okay,
that.
okay, and look.
Because K-Swiss wasn't painting that narrative on side.
Okay, then.
This is what I'm trying to tell you.
If he would have been
Listen, all
painting the
this
same
shit-
narrative 15 years ago, the who you was 15 years ago, your mentality. If Swiss was painting the narrative that he had painted at the end of it 15 years ago, what would have been your mentality?
I would have asked Swiss still. I'd have been like, bro, look, because we know each other. That's like me knowing each other, nigga. If I want to tell on you, I can tell on you.
So look,
Like I said,
So you gauging him on what he didn't say.
it ain't what it look. I know y'all. Like, nigga, I'm not about to
get
say
it.
nothing. We already got that established. I know y'all, nigga. Yo, nigga, I know Chris and I know Johnny, nigga.
But
You
you're
know what I'm saying?
gauging on what he didn't say,
Yeah,
though.
if I want to tell,
So
nigga,
you
I
saying,
could have roasted you. I could have told on
so
y'all.
you saying
nigga.
what he told was minute to what he could have told.
Yeah.
He could have
Yeah, I could have
clearly.
told because I knew who it was.
So based upon that, you
I
said,
shouldn't. Don't
so-
say nothing. We know that.
So he
nigga,
did-
Nigga,
no, we
nigga,
gonna
the
give you-
Lord Murtha. We know that.
I'm gonna give you this.
Like,
And
but
you gonna
I-
own this.
I know who
He
you
did
niggas is.
misdemeanor snitching. And that's a misdemeanor telling.
He snapped.
It's not a felony. He ain't a felony telling.
some bullshit. You want some
but that's the thing,
bullshit.
so look, you got the intentional snitching and you got the unintentional snitching. You saying that he wasn't trying to get him in trouble. He was just giving information.
He might have been in
and didn't
shock.
realize-
Yeah, he for sure
and
was
didn't
in
realize
shock.
he was telling.
Might have
Hey,
been in
bro,
shock.
look.
For sure.
I'm
He might have been in
saying,
shock.
Look, this is what we're gonna do, but let's just keep
He
it
might
real,
have been
bro.
in shock. I'll give you
It's
that.
what
I'm
I
gonna give y'all
originally
this,
said.
telling
He's
this,
young,
but
he
let's
was
keep
green.
let's keep it real, bro.
There you go.
Nigga, if I know you and I want to tell on you, nigga, I know you. You know I know you, nigga.
That
We
would've been
played-
felony telling.
if we play with each other, nigga, I can just send them to your house. I know where you live at. I know your mama.
that's going-
I know
That
your
would've been
name,
felony
bro.
telling.
That's what I just said, though.
That's why he get
Look,
misdemeanor telling.
look. You got
That's
unintentional.
birth right here on no joke.
Okay, look, that's why you got unintentional and you got intentional.
No.
Intentional would have been.
No, listen.
I know you.
No, it's all intentional because you're saying what you're saying.
Right, you're right.
But
Yeah,
if he would have gave the name and where you live at, that's as far as what's going on today.
Yeah.
Felony telling.
Right.
What he did because he told a minute fraction,
Yeah.
misdemeanor telling.
He's already acknowledged though he made a mistake. You know.
Nigga funny. Hey, nigga, that's what you say. Because you're supposed to just say,
Hey, look,
it's
bro.
all what it is.
Look.
He acknowledged it already, right?
We
But I get what he's saying,
Look, so
though.
we
I
gonna
get
get
what he's
past
saying.
that.
I
Look,
get what
bro.
he's saying.
Y'all got y'all perspective on that. I got my perspective, bro.
Let's just say this too. We really don't care who tell it. It's just that when you come with the disrespect, we're gonna expose you. It's a
Yeah, no,
whole-
listen, I'm gonna be real. I got a war chest.
No, for sure, for sure.
And this was real. I got a war chest full of some diabolical niggas we know telling.
Right.
I don't say nothing.
A war chest.
Now, if you ever hear me tell a nigga, hey, bro, go on, leave me alone,
Yeah.
that's because I
No,
got
for
the
sure,
shit.
For sure.
Right? You probably done heard on Clubhouse, hey, bro, go on, bro. Now, I look, I'm like, all right, I don't know the nigga ain't did nothing to me. So
Right.
now, okay, I look up. This how I work. And I see on the blog, whoop-de-whoop, disrespect and Jefe, right? I'm like, nigga, I f with that. And what up? Check your text. You know what? Wack, good looking out. Niggas know. I'm gonna send you the shit.
Yeah.
Don't some real shit. Now, if you with somebody I f with, I'm gonna send them the shit. I'm gonna be like, there you go. Right? I will do that. But other than that, I got all kind of shit. I just don't say nothing because nigga ain't did nothing to me. But if I see you crossing paths with somebody I f with, I'm gonna send the shit and let you do your thing.
Yeah, so with that being said, like other than that, like it ain't no smoke. So that's why I think these YouTube streets get too involved in things and trying to paint their own narratives because like motherfuckers and got it in their head that I've been beefing with Wack. Like I've been telling Wack in the beginning, like nigga, it ain't never been no smoke, nigga, with me and Wack. I spin not spin narratives. I do content on Wack. I've did content on Wack when he and said controversy shit or said shit when I'm like, oh man, what this nigga said on me. So like, nigga, he got a lot of networks, nigga. This is shit I'm just learning on myself going through YouTube. So me doing content on Wack, niggas, everybody just ran with the context that, oh, he beef with Wack, he don't like Wack. And I'm just like, oh, now he cool with Wack. Wack compromised. I never had a problem with this. Let everybody know.
Anybody, and niggas don't like to give me my credit or props. I am the Drake of YouTube clickbait. And your ass is coming into this motherfucking game. This real shit. Hey, yo, you gotta take the good with the bad, bro, when you doing shit. If you coming into this motherfucking game, you come from battle rapping. That's right. Whoever the niggas up top, the up and coming battle rapper gonna wanna diss this nigga to try to get a challenge with him, right? That's gonna happen. I like to hear motherfuckers that come from where I come from, right, break me down or address shit that I do. Because sometimes I'll be like, I'll be like, yeah, he said some real shit. I did go too far there. Or this, that, and other. Like, because I don't remember what you said. But if I did say whatever it was about Cody, right? Nigga couldn't take nothing away from Monster Cody's gangster when it come to them jails and his era, what he was doing on these streets. That's a fact. So if I did say that, I got to correct that. That's a fact. That's just what it is. Yeah. That's some real shit. Right? But
to say Big U did more business wise is also a fair statement.
Yeah, he crossed over.
Yeah, for sure. No, but I could. That'd be minute of me to have a problem with that. Oh, nigga, you said Big U did more than him in business. Like what?
No, when I said the whole
10 years later.
I said coming from when niggas come from the streets gets rap on the streets, penitentiary, paroling, and then either niggas go back to doing what they doing, get caught up, get killed, to go back to jail, or niggas further they shit and cross
I just feel you down him. You was like shit. Monster Cody was a crackhead. He was on crack. It's like we know that G homie had his demons. He was smoking crack, but you didn't have to down him like that. Like, oh man, Monster Cody, he was a crackhead. He was smoking crack.
Nigga, I got some diabolical crackheads in my set who opened up doors for my set. You know, I didn't have a G homie call to tell me, you know, but see, because at one point in time, the G homie, I used to always mention him. I throw his ass under the bus. But because I had a conversation with one of my triple OGs is the reason why I'm hearing what you're saying, right? Because sometimes in some situations, you can't tear down an individual, right, who stood up super tall for a situation. Like he said, everybody got some shit they did and went through. You know what I'm saying? I got some crazy homies, but when it come to a brawl, lose their mind. You know what I'm saying? Lose their mind. Right? So, at the end of the day, because even right now, like I would ordinarily have said my homie's name. My homies know who I'm talking about. I got a G homie open up the doors for us, open up the doors to the module and all this shit, but they said, Wack, regardless of what your dispute is with dude, right? He still came before you, and because of him, he opened up the doors for you to walk through that you didn't have to kick down. Yeah. So I gotta respect that. So the same shit with Monster Cody, because even myself, I was intrigued by his book. I read it a couple times. It inspired me to write. He's the reason why I wrote a book myself. I just never published it. I wrote a book called Infiltration because Monster, the gang member, wrote a book, and I'm sitting in the penitentiary. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna write a book myself. And what I was gonna do was a 12-chapter book called Infiltration. I still got it on the yellow prison paper. Dub C, shout out to Dub C, gave me my first real industry meeting. My thoughts was to have an artist do a song to each chapter of the book, take the CD, put it on front of the book. You can't buy one without buying another. That's what I was doing.
So basically, Wack was originating bundle packages before they even existed.
But I was inspired to write the book because I read Monster Cody.
I mean, that's not a bundle package though, straight
That's
up.
a fact.
Yeah, so that's just all. And then other than that, like, yeah, so, you know, YouTube, they spin their little narratives because me doing content on you. So everybody had it. Oh, yeah, he don't like Wack. Or smoke with them. Now he compromised. And I'm like.
I mean, I understand YouTube. Like, nigga, listen, if a nigga don't run something or reaction on me and he coming up in that YouTube game, then he handicapping his goddamn self.
And then to my other folks out here in the street. So let me address this too. This is another thing. So if you deal with Young and Jefe, my nigga, you deal with me, you know I deal with you, my nigga, you know how I get down, bro. Like, I'm not into other niggas' beefs, bro. I don't I'm not into other niggas' beefs. If a nigga do something foul, he ain't got no business doing that, compromise integrity, like, nigga, I'm not gonna fuck with him. Like, it goes without saying, you ain't gotta say nothing, but y'all niggas gotta know out here, bro, that war is raw, bro, and raw is war, bro. So when y'all niggas warring with other niggas, bro, and niggas is getting to talking about y'all mamas and saying shit that y'all don't like, bro, that's between y'all, bro. You feel me? Like, don't implement me that if a nigga's a rat, if a nigga's a snitch, I'm not gonna deal with him. You ain't even gotta worry about that. But a war of words because you beefing with a nigga and y'all saying a nigga ain't good somewhere, this and that, bro, that don't got nothing to do with me. Now, if you show me some work, or you can put me on the phone with any nigga that's in jail behind the nigga, bro, on the set, bro, like, you got my vote. But other than that, bro, because your personal feelings, don't put them on me or portray them on me, because I don't do that to y'all, bro. Like, you feel me? I deal with a lot of niggas, like him and ODM Slim, they go back and forth. My nigga, I fuck with ODM Slim, nigga.
I never met
you feel me? Him and Munchie go back and forth. Nigga, I fuck with Munchie, bro. Like, none of that shit don't have nothing to do with me, bro, because, like, at the end of the day, bro, like, niggas, everybody know where everybody be at a point of time, bro. And if you really ain't trying to, like, bust, that shit is just talk. Like, it's just YouTube talk, bro. Don't get too involved in your feelings in this shit, bro. Like, for real, man. Like, definitely if you talking about you a street dude, bro, like, cause we gotta go off facts out here, bro. Like, if a nigga's all bad, bro, you ain't gotta recruit Young and Jefe. I'm not gonna fuck with a nigga, bro. I don't fuck with nobody bad, bro. And doesn't mean that I'm gonna do something to him. I'm gonna try to unalive somebody. I'm not gonna deal with him because it goes against my beliefs and my integrity, bro. So, like, if it ain't no paperwork that you can show me, some CSI shit, because I don't know, I wasn't there. I'm not the one that got compromised, so I don't know. If you can't show me no paperwork, or you can't show me or put me on the phone with somebody that got some proof that they in jail behind a nigga, man, don't tell me nothing about no motherfucking snitching on God.
And listen, if you got some work, we're gonna run the work.
For sure.
That's it.
And I'm gonna let you know, and I tell people this. I kicked off a lot of shit. I kicked off truck driving for street niggas. I was the first one getting passes. I used to put up my little driving shit, 15, 25,000 a week. I motivated niggas in the penitentiary to get out driving trucks.
And it's also like you was doing that when you was already managing.
You look at from 99 to like 2008, about 2008, 2009, I started seeing niggas getting into it, right? Because I would put up my weekly shit showing niggas what I was getting paid, right? And niggas was calling me like, Wack, how I get the book? I'm telling them where to get the book, and niggas is coming home, jumping off intact. When it comes to this YouTube shit, what we turned it into, right? Say what you want. The structure I put down on Clubhouse, creating a media team, that shit been open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 3.5 years. The 100 side, they never closed, right? It was a nigga named CEO Reed. He used to go at all East Coast dudes, right? The nigga tricked Freaky Zeke into the room.
Dipset Freaky Zeke?
Nigga tricked him into the room, I swear to God. And act like he was cool with him for like 30 minutes. And said, Freaky, you a pretty good reader, bro. I got some shit. Could you read it for me, bro? Because niggas like the New York slang and accent. Yeah, no problem. And made him read his own snitch paperwork.
How did you catch that instantly when like the first part is your
nigga, he started reading, he had to keep going. Right? So like we been, the exposers started on Clubhouse.
I didn't even know Zeke had paperwork. That's crazy.
Oh, he's a rat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My childhood is destroyed.
Yo, you gotta understand that we've been running, we listen a lot. So what we start doing is taking that and then sending it to YouTube, and a lot of people and it crossed over. So now niggas is like,
no, but see, I understand. See, I'm a nigga like this, bro. Like I'm laid back. I mind my business. But when you make me get on bullshit, I get on bullshit. So like if a nigga like trying to play target a nigga, or a nigga like ruffle nigga fellas, I'm gonna start doing my digging too, nigga. Like for sure. But other than that, I stay out niggas' business and let niggas do them. Me and stay in my lane because I expect you to stay in yours. But when niggas venture in niggas' lanes, of course, niggas crash course.
He went from the authentic kitchen snitching background. Now he got some little shit. He go to Hollywood.
Ain't no house.
He gonna get a hot tech camera.
He got a red cam on the way.
Hey, whether you believe it or not, nigga, my mama, nigga, I got all that shit, nigga. I don't use it. I got nigga laptop, all this shit, nigga. Microphones on the dead homies.
Right.
I don't plug none of it up. I been bought all that shit, nigga. Spent thousands on that shit. I don't plug it up because I don't have time. I really be on the go, nigga. I might wake up in the morning or be somewhere at the house where and I go. Then I might nigga be at the shop chilling. I really be blogging on the go, so that's why I don't use none of that shit. Like, nigga, I got all that shit, nigga. I got rooms, all that I can set my shit up like this, but I know I'm not about to really sit down there and really do that shit like that. So I just be off the phone, bro.
Right, we
I just be off the phone.
It's just like
and it's working for a nigga. So it's like, why fix what ain't broke?
It's like a remote control car for me. When I feel like I use it. I don't.
Yeah.
I be so caught up in the other
really
shit.
don't need all that. People want to talk to you and see what y'all talking about. Niggas ain't caring about the best extra, like the thumbnails, all that shit is cool, but really they want the content.
When you're able to pay less people and keep the overhead lower, shit, you see Adam just got rid of.
Why you think they mad? Wait, why you think they mad? And I clown niggas. I said y'all hating J Hood, Baby B Braids, and there's another one from 40s. I forget his name.
Shout out to them, man.
Star. Y'all hating on these niggas because some of you niggas got these spots with these couches and all this ambiance and all these cameras and editors.
Got it looking
and
real
these
professional.
niggas is in there
and ain't doing no views.
with a clothesline, right, and some gray walls going up.
Yeah.
And getting their views, right? So I would be mad too, nigga, if I was a nigga that I didn't. I'm spending $3,000 a month on my spot, all this shit and all this, and my shit is doing 500 views, and this nigga is in a goddamn prison cell with a clothesline and gray walls, making some motherfucking some noodles, top ramen, and he doing 34. I'll be mad as a motherfucker too, bro.
Hey, and Tory Lanez making better albums.
I'll be high.
You feel me? And Tory Lanez made a better album than half these rappers with studio time in the same circumstance.
$20 tripod, iPhone.
You feel me? Like,
shout out Tory. That's the homie.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, so people got to stop doing that.
I'm gonna show you
man.
his cell. Crazy.
Yeah.
People got to stop doing that.
Got in it. Decked out?
Nigga. They got Gucci with Louis Vuitton floors.
hey.
Money's a motherfucker.
You a rapper?
First time a nigga seen that, nigga we had the Gucci cover seats, nigga on the toilet, all that.
Oh, y'all crazy.
With the mask, nigga. We got the crochet, all the shit. Order all that shit in the feds, nigga. The homie Don Juan from Santana, he was hooking the nigga up, nigga. We had the nigga the Gucci toilet seats, floor mats, all that, nigga. On God, nigga. What? Nigga, on me for sure. We was making shit in them feds, nigga. Nigga was crocheting, leather shop, all that shit.
So I don't see you interview a lot of people.
I really don't, right? So, man, I ain't gonna lie.
So, is it anybody that you like want to interview for any particular reason?
Nah, not really, because I ain't gonna even lie, bro. The podcast and this shit, like me just doing a little blogging shit, that shit happened on accident. Like, that wasn't nothing I planned, like how niggas like get into it and take classes. That shit happened by accident. Really me answering back to that nigga Brick Baby, like saying my name on no jumper. Like,
did he?
Yeah, he was I was a little, what was that? He was talking to my nigga H-Rap, Big Deal Meeks. They was talking and he had said my little brother name. He had mixed me and my little brother name up. And I'm like, hold on, nigga, you don't even know me, bro. You
like
speaking
they got into it. So.
You feel
Wait,
me?
you talking about Big Deal? Like T-Rail brother? Yeah.
So I'm like, you speaking about some shit you don't know, you feel me? And you know, from there, you know, he had cleared it up, you know what I'm saying? Me and him had hollered, he had tapped in, like, oh no, you know, I know who you is, but I thought that was yo, you know what I'm saying, AKA. I'm like, no, nigga, that's a whole generation, like like a generation and two up under me. That's my little brother. You feel me? So that was the situation, but my page that I'm blogging off of, that shit was initially made for my music. Like, but I'm like, shit.
So you always was a rapper?
Yeah, hell yeah. I was like, but I gotta build this motherfucker. So that blogging, that shit just happened by accident. I just started running with it. They wanted to hear, you feel me? They like, man, do that shit, you know? So I just started doing it and shit like that. That shit happened by accident, though.
So would you say that like that little like altercation with Brick kind of like helped set off like what you're doing right now type shit?
He was already buzzing. That's why.
I was already, but I
That's
just
why
wasn't
Brick
really on
talking about it.
YouTube. I had the channel, but I wasn't doing, like, I created the channel, but I never did that. So, like, a lot of people go to my channel and say the channel was created in 2021, I think. So, my little nephew, you feel me? He, like, really like a YouTuber, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put him out there. He got a little channel that's popping and shit, my sister's son. So, when I had got out the feds, that's who I went to create the channel for me. So, it was created in 2021, but I never did nothing on it. And then, like, the first video I think I dropped on there was, like, 2023, you know what I'm saying? That was the first video. Then I didn't do nothing on there. Then I think the
Cali
next time,
Dreaming, that's you?
yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I got a bone to pick with you then.
What's up? What's up?
Nah, bro, because listen, I'm some real shit. I gotta feel some kind of way.
What?
Because when I hear and Jefe, right, I identify you with your blogging, right? But I go to your page, you got 10 songs at least, and
Whole album. Look,
no, you got a couple albums. You got a couple albums.
Hey.
But so what I'm saying is this. I feel like, bro, you got to sit down and you got to cross this with that. Yeah. This should be growing with that. This should be way bigger than what I'm seeing.
For sure.
But what it is, you then got over interested in what you doing and not crossing it with this, bro. Like, you supposed to be pumping this. Your YouTube, your Spotify links and all that, nigga, that's supposed to be in your shit.
Yeah, so that's how you know. So a nigga just learning. So that's what I just started. Like, I just start paying motherfuckers because a lot of motherfuckers been tapping in with me that been hearing the music. Like, hey, look, bro, yo, music.
I didn't know
better,
you was a rapper.
like, nigga, your music better than your content. Like, nigga, like, why you not pushing this? And I'm like, it's like how a nigga trying to promote it. So that's what a nigga got to work on, a nigga marketing scheme. You feel me? Like,
nah, but you created the lane for yourself. Now motherfuckers don't give a fuck about your music
no,
more.
But he got to go get him a few little young weirdos. No, it's real. And they weirdos in good ways. For sure. You know how to take that shit and then cross. I'm gonna tell you who else is a hell of a rapper that I like his rapping. Munchie B.
Munchie hard.
Munchie hard.
I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't gonna even front. I don't hate on niggas like nigga. Munchie got some good music.
And it's good to hear you say that, Wack, because I feel like this is a step towards you and Munchie being able to.
No, bro, I'm not. Listen, like, look, I cannot fuck with you, but nigga, if you pull up in you got your car, your lowrider's clean, nigga. I'm not gonna say, nigga, it's clean. If nigga, you got some good music, nigga, you got good music.
Bruh,
Well, this was going.
My bad.
Oh, no. I'm saying this was going on though. So basically, with the YouTube, you know how we got the YouTube deal.
Yeah,
gave us the money, did all that. It's like we could do a YouTube video. This right here. This would do more than a nigga who put a whole bunch of production to an actual song, pay for feature and all that.
Facts.
So a lot of rappers is like, well, shit, this is getting more views, more hits, more money.
Yeah, but he can cross his shit. He got a coke following.
I know what you saying.
He can cross his shit.
I know what you're saying though, but it's
but
so
shit
much
like they tapping in, like, I ain't like shit like, cause all my shit, I'm like, nigga do distro shit, kid, I get paid and all that, like niggas tapping in, like all that shit, you feel me?
And
so
I
just gotta just like, you know, cause I be trying to do everything by myself and juggle everything by myself because a nigga not used to asking for help, but like a nigga like be strong alone, but I do everything yourself. But I'm learning like on the business aspect that you can't do everything by yourself. It's like, cause it's different areas and different fields that, you know what I'm saying, I don't have no expertise in, so, you know, and they got to pay somebody to do their shit.
I remember when you called me, you said,
one thing you know, bro, we're dealing with this thing called life. We know what we know, but sometimes we don't. Look, you see all this right here? That's because I said, yo, this dude want to do something with me with $2 million, right? I call him, what should be my approach? And you see, he lacing me.
Yeah.
Right? Because this dude taught me about other type of business. Before, I'ma ask, let me find out you good at something. And, bro, this is what I'm trying to do, what you think. You be like, wow, that's the old way of doing shit. This how you want to do it. Boom, boom, boom. So, bro, at the end of the day, I got to where I got to. I have a GED that I got in Central Juvenile Hall.
Yeah.
I got to where I got to by compiling my toolbox. Sure. You know, nigga got a toolbox, he may go buy something he need today, he may not use it up in a year or two, but if it come up, he got it, it's there to use, right? All my resources, it would make me what I am. And a lot of people you hear, man, they can't shut the nigga down. Why niggas can't blackball it? Because the people I deal with direct. I was so strong in the music game because everything that the majors had, I had independently, radio teams, marketing teams, streaming teams, whatever they had, I had my own squad that got it done just as well. So, and I got that from resources.
Well, you figured out how to actually make money in the music industry, which seems to be a big problem for a lot of talented people. But Wack's kind of humble. He don't even speak on the fact that if it wasn't for him, the game wouldn't have been. I'm not trying to put nothing on blast, but you feel me? Game wouldn't have been eaten the way he did. It was Wack.
Well, no, I stepped in. Look, for one, Game was who he was. But I did step in at a time where they tried to box bro in and blackball him. You know what I'm saying? And that's because I had the relationship with, at back then, Koch E1 because
Alan Grimblad.
Because of the deal Stutterbox brought me for Ray J. And I took that and blew it up. So when it came time for that, I was able to take Game and transition him on the independent side. We could keep moving. You know, you got to remember, you can't take nothing away from Game's movement, the GU Not movement, and all the shit he did that had nothing to do with me. It took all that for him to be in position and be a viable name for me to even walk in that building and do something with it, right? But even with that, it was a lot of smoke and mirrors going on because of my resources. You know what I'm saying? On some real Nip whole situation.
Right.
Nigga, the whole play was we're acting like we want to sign him. You double back and talk to them, and them, because they're going to want to take him from us. We never wanted to sign him.
So it's like a fake bidding war, basically.
We ran the play. Nigga, that's what your people supposed to be for. Wack, if this nigga call him and be like, hey, Wack, hey, listen, nigga, a nigga finna call you. I'm trying to sell my Chevy. I told him 30. I said, you just offered me 30 full price. I'm telling him, give me 31.5, you can have it. Whoa, Wack, what up, bro? The Chevy, nigga, I told you 30. What's happening? I'm ready to give it to you. I'ma run it. Nigga might hate Wack. They say, fucking, I got 31.5, right? I never wanted the car anyway, but that's just what it is. But you gotta know how. It's chess, bro. You gotta know how to push, what piece to push, what sometimes you gotta sacrifice some pieces. You gotta know how to do that. And you can't be emotional with this shit.
No, but that's the thing.
Go win some, lose some.
So you actually have an understanding of how to monetize the music business. People like Ant might be amazing rappers, very, very talented, but it's easier for him to get on doing this shit, talking shit at a table. Although his main, I guarantee you, if you ask him what his passion is, he rather just
the nigga
rap,
got
right?
10 songs up, I
Guaranteed.
see, and he say he got 5 or 6 unreleased big
I
sad
don't even
songs.
lie. I'm about to this the video I just did the other day. This Get You Whack. This the song I dropped. They with this video gonna be crazy. Like
It's actually a Wack 100 diss track.
I'm about to pay. I'm about to drop this motherfucker. That motherfucker go crazy. Like,
Wack 100 diss
I will
track.
tell you this, next time you drop, he need to run it like that. He be smart to run it like that.
man, look, this Get You Whack gonna go crazy.
Next time you drop, damn, his shit went down. What the fuck wrong with Big Sad? He was up there. He still got strong numbers though.
Big Sad is in a whole different arc in his career
He
now.
still got good
But
big numbers though.
Big Sad's like
He
in
know
a
he
Bay
got a
Area
250,000
player,
months.
Larry Jr.
Next time
I'm
you
not
drop
wrong.
Big Sad,
I'm wrong.
right?
He from the Bay now.
Tell
I
him,
swear.
tell him
No
to
cap.
give you the access to put the song here. See, your number is lower here, right? So when y'all song goes on his page, people are gonna find your page and your count gonna go up.
Exactly.
You get what
I
I'm
would
saying?
drop that EP, the 6-song Big Sad EP. You got it, all right. I'm just saying,
Put them
you
all
feel
on
me?
one. Save and split them up.
You could
Put 'em
diss
all on one.
snitches like on all your verses. You could re-record your verses and just like.
No, I look, I don't give a what the nigga did. The nigga music hard.
He is hard as fuck.
I fuck with
Big
him.
Sad is one of the best rappers in the city.
After we
Hands
did
down,
that
we know
interview,
that.
I probably still got my DM. He hit me up like, hey man, y'all trying to tell young brother down. I'm like, nah, nigga, I fuck with your music. I done told niggas about you all
No, we
over.
are.
I
Nigga,
fuck
you
with
would never hear me say
I've been
Big
told him
Sad
that.
got some whack ass music, garbage music.
He be
The nigga
talking
hard.
shit sometimes.
His own ops like his music. Try him,
But nobody cares though, bro. A lot of people that has told their numbers went up. A lot of people come out that they're part of the community, their numbers go up. It's different now, bro. They go up. Bullshit.
What's the name? What's the name?
Gunna was not selling out arenas prior to him doing what he did. This a fact. Hell no, he wasn't selling out arenas.
I think other examples, like there's fools that didn't rat, like Bobby Shmurda, and then came home to no fanfare. Their career is over.
I don't know what Bobby was doing because Bobby got out. It was All-Star Week in Atlanta. Him and the Migos got a
Yeah,
a
Quavo
bond,
beat him
and
at
the
the
nigga didn't
airport.
drop nothing. I don't know what Bobby was or maybe we put Bobby up too high because remember he had the one song that was like a freestyle.
That was a hot ass song.
But he had a couple good records. The
That's a hit.
Computers remix was hard. He had a couple joints. The Shmoney Dance joint. He had like 4 or 5.
How you feel about Drake attacking UMG the way he's doing? He got some heart. And I seen the other day, I don't know how true it is, that UMG is trying to settle.
Yeah.
If UMG settles with Drake and he walk out there with a bag, they are now forced to continue to push his product because they're gonna be in fear if they don't. He gonna hit them again. If he sues UMG, stays up under the UMG umbrella, and still pushes out some projects that's successful, nigga, he gonna be the GOAT.
Facts, but here's the thing.
Most niggas, Michael Jackson, Prince, when they went at him, they took them niggas. They ran them to the dirt.
They gave Prince AIDS. Like,
they
Jesus
put him to the
Christ.
dirt.
Like,
They had Mike weigh him up in Bahrain somewhere, hiding out in Dubai and shit, right?
That's one thing. They don't be playing.
Nah, but here, the way
Drake got going on, man.
I'm gonna tell you what he can look. I don't agree with it because
Yeah, you do.
he's exposing something that was used to get him to where he's at. Now you closing doors.
And that's the point.
You closing
right there.
doors, everybody behind.
And that's
You know
the
what I'm
point
saying?
right there where it's like, okay, if what Drake is doing.
So like, I just with that. So what that do now? Like,
Nigga, everybody, you know what they do. That's what I didn't like.
That's the problem with
I'll be somewhere.
but shit, it's like you even fall victim to the suit because. Like shit,
Everybody.
you a suspect of this shit too. You did this, but now when it went against you, it was all right as long as it was working for you.
Exactly.
But when it went against you, now you cry wolf. Hell no.
The same machine that was
saying?
used to destroy Meek, that was to your benefit, is now being used against you. And it's not cool.
Bro, I don't know how old you was back, but nigga, when I saw Mike go down in the Buster Douglas fight, I was devastated.
Oh yeah.
You don't know nothing about that, nigga. You probably wasn't even born yet.
One
I
round,
was
one
devastated.
round.
That nigga was looking for his mouth. I was devastated, right? But I didn't say Mike still ain't hard. So, nigga, you took your L to Kendrick. Nigga, you still Drake.
Right.
Sure. Yeah,
You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
He is still Drake.
But I will tell you this. What he's doing now,
Better come back.
what he's doing now is crazy.
But Wack, you changing your tone on Drake because
No, I seen UMG. I don't know how true it is. They just said UMG made him an offer for $250 million. Well, I don't know how true it is. If Drake walks out of that court and he didn't settle with these dudes for $500 million and then drops the project after the fact that you see them push, he's done something Mike or Prince couldn't do. When they challenged them, nigga, they turned their water off. At that point, we got to give credits where credits due. Like, he did that because I thought they were just going to shut him down.
See, I think, like, what he gonna do is probably what he should have did after the Young Money deal. Like, he should have just, like, he was already so big, he could have just ate independently.
I mean, he did though. OVO's
Man, that
technically
nigga did like a 90-10 split.
Yeah, he technically did. He technically got
weight.
that already.
Nigga, they get a nigga like 400 million.
Yeah, he
With a
got that.
90-10 split.
That's what I'm saying.
He got the Master P on steroids.
way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he already had
Yeah,
that.
he got the Master P
None
on
of them got
steroids.
40 million, 80-20, but that was back in the 90s, right?
Right.
This nigga got a 90-10 split,
Yeah.
400 million. But so now I ain't gonna lie. I thought by now they was gonna turn his water off, but if they are trying to
What's the difference between Drake and Prince and Michael, guys? What's the
nigga,
biggest difference?
The difference is right. I believe Prince and Michael was way bigger than Drake, but I think maybe the politics, maybe because of the social media.
Maybe the Semitic DNA. He's got the Jews on his side.
He's black though.
He one of us too.
No, he's going at the Jewish community though.
I mean, but
Yeah, nigga, he going at
I mean,
UMG.
he not going at him like Kanye
His mama's
going at
Jewish,
him.
but his daddy a Negro from Tennessee with a nose this wide. So
I'm
the
just saying.
Hebrew Israelites say if your daddy black, you black. That's what they say. I
Correct.
say if your mama or your daddy black, you black, right?
Sure.
Right. Regardless.
So you think it's split. You think you got
yeah.
the
I do.
Jewish community split, that's some with him and some not with him.
I think that's given him a lot of leverage that he normally wouldn't have had, and a person in his position wouldn't have had. You don't think so?
I think
Six?
so a little bit, but at the end of the day, you can't. You gotta chill out a little bit. You know what I mean? That's
That-
what I
How you feel about Ye and his black leather clan suit. How do you feel about it? Now think about it. Don't just stop in the shallow waters.
The red one looked crazy.
I haven't seen that.
The
one.
red one looked crazy.
How do you feel about it?
Kanye, man, Kanye too in this Gemini alter ego stage, man. That shit.
He's supposed to be. He's a Gemini.
You're Gemini too,
yeah,
right?
for sure.
He's a Gemini. He's supposed to be.
Sure. Yeah, but I'm not about to come out no Black Klansman suit. He trolling. He trolling, man. Like, man, Kanye, stop trolling, man.
He ain't trolling.
Man, Kanye trolling,
He
bro.
mean that shit,
No, I
bro.
think his movement is what he's saying is, I'm gonna take something that's yours, that y'all feel y'all dominated with, and I'm gonna own it. And I'm going to claim it, and I'm going to make it bigger than you ever could, right?
Well,
as a black man.
Well, so okay, there's that, but there's
you get what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
No,
for
but
sure.
also what he's doing is he's like, look, the music industry is predominantly ran and owned and operated by Jews, right? Okay, they've been allegedly profiting off of black pain, you could say, with what's how they profited in the rap game.
Yeah.
I don't agree with. I agree with it, but I don't.
But you could
because
see
we all profit off of it.
Correct. All right, but them in particular. So Ye's like, I'm gonna get an iced out swastika to show y'all what that looks like. Let me show you a symbol of your pain presented in a cool ass way. You feel me? The same
nigga,
way.
Let me tell you what
that's what he's trying to do.
Like Kanye did so much that I don't really take nothing personal that Ye do. Like it's just like, man, when you see something he do, like, man, Ye
Let me
did
tell you
that
what that's
again.
equivalent to.
Like, yeah.
Let me tell you what that's equivalent to. I'm finna shoot something at you, right? That's equivalent to the LAPD and the sheriffs saying, listen, we LAPD, we wearing all blue rags. Sheriffs, they wearing all red rags. Right? And we gonna wear it with the Crips and blood. Do you know how that'll make us look? When them niggas is really taking our shit and owning it as police, we gonna be like, hold on, bro, what y'all Ye's doing the same shit.
Yeah, and they got gangs already.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
that'll have us like, damn, nigga, like maybe we should switch our shit up. Like, I don't even want to, these niggas is wet. Look, imagine on the local hood days, the sheriffs throwing the hood day the same day.
Yeah, I'm just thinking because you're gonna start seeing motherfuckers walking around with the Black Klansman mask.
Bro, if that happens,
because you got people already doing the push shots, he's already doing masses, man. Look, that's about to be the trend for the YNs. They about to go get hooded up. Boom, you gonna start seeing. You see that run.
I mean, he made them white shutter shades cool back in the day.
Like, what you gonna do?
Shit like Omar
Black Klansman mask. Nigga, like, who is this?
Yo, I looked up. I didn't realize Ye shouted me out. You see it?
On Twitter, yeah. He
That's
said,
my
Wack
part.
100, my nigga, I love you. Something.
No, that's my part. You know, I done did traveling with me and Ye. We did the Elon Mustang together.
Yesterday.
We did the Elon Mustang. You know, I understand him. And he's a real brainiac. And I ain't gonna front. Like, when they was stripping him of everything and I talked to him, he said, Wack, it ain't over. He said, they got to kill me. And I looked up and that nigga, they stripped him for like $2 billion.
Yeah.
When the nigga came back $2.7 billion and full ownership of his shit, see, now they can't strip him. Nobody can say we're detaching from him to give him a bad look.
Wait, but he got less money than he used to. He ain't
got
worth
more
no
money.
Yeah.
He's worth more. He came back more.
Then they try to
From
come.
how?
Then they try to come back and try to deal with him and do
He owns
business.
100% now of Yeezy and his catalog. Right? He came back, but now nobody could take nothing from him. It's all him. Before Adidas pulled away, this company pulled away, this company pulled away. They did that and he come back. I've never seen this.
Yeah, because we saw his net worth drop.
You know why? Because they said what he did. They said he started. He was selling Yeezys in Walmart everywhere, and people was just going out and buying them.
What I was gonna say though. Remember what you were saying about Drake?
Mm-hmm.
What's Drake's benefit? How he able to be cool? So how is Kanye able to do all that?
Because he got
Kanye different.
different, bro.
Ye's in a completely different category.
I'm just saying though. Did Prince and Mike, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Like
Prince and Mike couldn't survive the way Ye survived. We witnessed it. Bro.
I don't know about this net worth thing that y'all are saying.
But bro, we witnessed it.
He was saying,
you had my boy. He was just saying my boy Prince was on them perks, and they had Mike on that laughing gas.
Okay, so look, he was just saying that Drake might have the Jewish help.
Correct.
So
we know that.
Who's saving Kanye?
No, Ye.
Oh, so he bigger than everybody.
Ye, nigga, Ye
Yeah,
Bro, every 90 days.
Yay, diplomatic immunity. Yay, private citizen. Yay, know them laws.
He is.
I watched Yay walk.
Down your motherfucking ass to the laws.
Yo,
Fuck
Yay,
the laws.
Hey,
bro.
shit, Yay probably,
Damn,
look,
he do got more network.
You see,
Yeah, I'm telling you.
see, he got his own domes. You don't think he probably growing his own shit, doing his own shit, man? Like
bro,
niggas
listen
like
to me.
him, he definitely like he's a
Listen to me.
brainiac for a reason. Like I ain't about to let
Ye
y'all
shot
get
a
me like
commercial, the halftime commercial, for like some pennies on
with
his
the swastika.
on his
yeah.
goddamn on the cell phone, right?
Yeah.
And brought his spots on the thing. So what Ye told me, this is what he taught me. He said, Wack, this is when you know you're doing something that's gonna work. When your mind and everything around you is telling you it can't be done, that's when you need to do it. He said, because everything that's telling you you can do it, everybody's trying to do it. All the geniuses, we call them geniuses because they created some shit that people thought couldn't be done.
Right.
Damn,
Yeah.
and you was right, Wack. To your credit, the valuation is based on his music portfolio and his
Yeezy.
sole ownership of the Yeezy brand.
They tore him down, he came back.
But what's this Eaton Venture Services, his business valuation company? I think there's a lot of revenue coming from there. So Kanye got some shit going on that motherfucker ain't even up on.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, he owns that too.
Yeah, you do.
I'll never forget.
No, you do. Yeah, clearly.
European company calls me. I think I still got the text on my WhatsApp. They said, Wack, we got 10 city tour. We want to pay Ye $3 million a show. We cover all the rider, right? I say, Ye, they want to pay you $3 million a show. Any date you want, they're going to cover all the rider, all you, because you know his production is crazy.
Yeah, of course.
You know what Ye told me? He said, Wack, ask them how much will it take for me to buy their company, and then I can come tour, and then they can work for me, and then I'll pay them per show.
Damn.
I
He
said,
got, yeah.
yo. So I'm like thinking this nigga on some bullshit. 3 days go by, he called me. He said, Wack, how much they say they want for the company?
Man.
I said, yeah. He said, Wack, if I go work for them, how can I call myself a boss? Now, I will work with them. So either they sell me the company or they let me buy into the company. So now I'm working for myself. He said, I will never take a stage for nobody other than myself. And at that point, I had to respect it.
Man.
So that's why Kendrick's a sellout.
You know, when
performing at the
it's
Super
hard to
Bowl.
walk away from 30, right?
Say it again.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait, let's say something.
So that's why Kendrick's a sellout for performing at the Super Bowl?
Who called him a sellout? I never called who.
I mean, Ye on several occasions
No, I
called him a
don't think
sellout.
Kendrick's a sellout. Dude, right now, who do you think, if it was a battle like Drake and Kendrick, if a battle kicked off with Ye and Kendrick, who do you think would win right now?
Like a versus type battle?
Yeah, nigga, you
Like,
know,
yeah, you know that's an important
no,
distinction.
not a
though.
versus. We talking like
just who rap
niggas
better.
on fresh songs, niggas is dissing.
Oh.
Just
Yeah,
like
I mean, obviously,
Who do you
Dot got the momentum at the moment. You feel me? Yeah.
No, f the momentum. We're just talking about just talent.
No, you gotta factor
Battle rap
everything
don't
in.
work like that
I think
necessarily.
Kendrick will have the edge because the powers that be, because with Ye
That's
is
what I'm
on,
saying.
they gonna favor.
So is Kendrick a sellout by definition?
Why is he a sellout for performing at the Super Bowl?
I didn't say he was, but I'm saying by Ye's definition.
No,
he said,
yeah.
"I'll never get on a stage that I."
No, he
You
just
know,
on
that's
some
a
boss
Super
shit.
Bowl
He
stage,
on some
nigga.
boss-
You can't buy the Super Bowl.
And I kind of think, you know, that's like pretty much, you know, that's really like a personal shot like at Jay-Z too, you know,
Boom.
you feel me?
Boom! Now
what
you're
you
getting.
Hey, yo,
to,
bro, I ain't gonna
now
lie.
you're getting to an end.
Ye
That's what's going on. Thank you.
said something
Yeah.
that had me oblivious to really what was going on. He made mention of something about Jay-Z, right? And I didn't even realize what was going on. And I'm telling myself, I said, damn, what did Jay-Z do to Ye to make him go that far out
To me,
in the
talk
water?
about his kids
about his
being
kid.
retarded or whatever.
Yeah, because I had no idea. You know, when you just think Blue Ivy, right? You see her everywhere. She's performing with her mom.
Right.
And I totally like lost track that it was
There's two other kids.
two other kids, right?
The twin.
And then now you look up and you see the blogs, they're finding footage. You know what I'm saying? Shit, right? But I'm asking myself, what did he do to Ye to send Ye over the deep end like that? Do you know?
I mean, I think there's several things in Ye's mind that I would say the first thing, if I were to guess, and y'all can correct me if y'all think I'm wrong, is when Jay distanced himself from Ye after the Taylor Swift outburst.
That was a long time ago.
Okay.
You just said in an interview.
What'd he say, nephew?
Kardashians. You said Kim Kardashian. You said y'all didn't try to help me. You went up.
Oh,
Yeah, but it really okay. So that's
he's saying you could have used your influence.
for show that
Y'all didn't
no
help me. You said y'all see them doing all this, and none of y'all stood up for me.
no
Yeah, he
that
said-
that's for show it, but it go back as far as that.
Okay, that
But
makes sense.
I kind of think like with the
You're right, though,
Kardashian
too.
shit, like, and see that, and like I don't know their situation and like really want to disrespect nobody, but just from the outside looking in, like if I remember earlier, like, and I was in jail seeing this shit, the tabloids was talking about this shit that Beyonce supposedly didn't like Kim K, and that's why Jay-Z was like dissing himself. So I'm pretty sure Jay-Z was kind of telling him like, hey, look, you know, my girl and play, you know, they really don't like to associate with what the Kardashians got going on. So at the time, Ye was head over heels for her. He was tripping over Kim
Yeah,
Kardashian.
gotcha.
Who the hell can tell him something about Kim K
Yeah.
in the honeymoon stages? So how could you get mad at Jay and be like, oh, my brother didn't help me? I'm pretty sure that nigga Toddy tilted his hat like, hey, my nigga, bro. And you wasn't trying to hear
Do your
it.
thing, but I got to keep my household right too.
Yeah, like, cause at this point, like, what I'm gonna keep on, like, look, I can only tilt your hat so like a time or two, and after like you keep running back to baby, like you know what I'm saying, baby put you in jail, you know what I'm saying, you get right back out, you right back in the house with her.
But we don't even know if that's true. But even if it is true, what the Jay-Z worry about who he fucking with? That make no sense. Like,
No, he's saying his he was saying his wife had an issue, but what nephew saying over there is that when they was attacking him, he didn't help him fight that.
Oh, okay.
His
Jay
resources.
didn't help him?
Yeah, he didn't stand with. I think Jay kind of did master the art of nigga. I'm staying out the way of everything,
Sure.
everybody.
But this is like
ain't fucking with
this
nothing.
is after several other infractions and things that kind of like broke their relationship down. That's just the final straw.
what do he
You know what
need
I mean?
Jay-Z for?
Everybody needs somebody when you're in a situation where you getting attacked by the powers that be. You know what I'm saying?
That's his big homie.
If I look up, right, this real shit, and we got 8 bloggers firing at Ant, you're gonna step in and help, right? And this how it works. So you step in and help and be like, shit, I met the nigga Ant 600. I'm gonna go to Clubhouse and I'm gonna lock it down. We gonna help, right?
Right.
So he's saying like, nigga, I'm under attack. You can help me fight this shit, and you didn't.
Did he ask for help?
Nah, well, I don't know.
See, that's what we don't know.
He probably thought he just should have.
Yeah,
But now that's
because Jay probably like, nigga, why you just send
You know what I'm saying? I don't
He
know.
probably like, nigga, why you call?
hey, this the guy who did the Watch the
That
Throne
should be
album
kind
with
of
this supposed to
personal.
be
You
his big
trying
homie.
to tell somebody about a baby mama, that should be kind of personal.
But that's his big. What he say? My big brother was Big's brother. That's supposed to be his
Jay-Z
big bro.
has mastered the art of nigga. He just does Jay-Z.
Yeah, clearly.
He
I think
don't.
if he would have called him, he would have did something. He probably just expect him to jump in his flame.
He probably would have gave him some advice. I don't think Jay-Z would have jumped out. He ain't finna say nothing publicly about nobody. He might have let him utilize a resource or two or something. I don't know, but he's not. Nigga, you are not gonna get Jay-Z. If it ain't Beyonce or them kids, he ain't speaking out about nothing to nobody.
And I'm gonna bring it back to the Jews again, bro. Who Jay is with, making his money with, in the organizations with. What? You think he gonna go against them because his little homie's fucking off saying some reckless shit? Y'all tripping, bro.
Nah,
I ran into Jay-Z like last year in Vegas at the Win. And that nigga was cool as a motherfucker.
No, he cool.
I should have got a picture with him.
Jay-Z's probably the first artist that shocked me. He did something I didn't think he was gonna do. We was might have been All-Star Weekend. It's on the internet somewhere. We was all on the floor, and Jay-Z and Beyonce and the kids was coming through, right? So, you know, we all get up to get out the way. I'm not finna say nothing, right? That nigga got right here, stopped and turned to me and Wack, what's up?
He said, Wack, what's up,
He shook
baby?
my hand. And
It's hope.
that day made me realize I must have been doing something right because I wasn't expecting that. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting him just to walk by. That nigga got right here in front of me, turned and Wack, what's up? Shook my hand. That day I said, well, shit, I must be doing something
I'm
right.
telling you,
I can retire on that
I'm
note.
in valet waiting for my
Yeah.
He pulled up in valet, hopped out the Rolls Royce. He said, "What's up?" I'm like, "Damn, I probably could have got a picture." I'm like, "I don't want to with him ask for a picture because I don't never see him socializing."
And his
I
album,
wasn't trying to be on no groupie shit.
his album 444. I don't know if you studied.
Come
that
on.
album will make you change your whole business portfolio, bro. He'll make you feel like a dumbass. You
I'm
like,
off that
damn.
Bam, the OJ.
He like Dumbo. He like, damn, I'm doing that
I
shit.
like that more she me.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's a good album to listen to if you just cheated on your bitch, if you want to know what
Family
to say.
Feud, all that. Yeah, I ain't gonna even lie. I was
You
definitely
just
in
got-
that federal cell when that came out. I definitely downloaded that on the MP3
If you
player.
got caught cheating on your bitch, that's a cheat code to get out of that and get your credit up. That's an amazing
Listen, man,
record.
we've been here about 2.5 hours.
Come on.
We got Ed Jefe. All he give a fuck about is what the check said. We got 600. We got Lush. You know why that's a great slogan? Because I remembered it.
Mm-hmm.
So you own something with that.
It's catchy.
Oh, yeah.
And don't search him because you don't got that quete.
Hell no. Ain't no Quetes up here. Brick Baby came up here with that goddamn water gun.
I got
Yeah,
mine.
exactly.
But I got a permit for mine. So you know.
Isn't it crazy that
No,
Flacco
but I'm
was
just
scared
saying,
to sit down today?
I told Brick, you gonna keep playing with that water pistol and you're gonna get caught up.
Exactly. You know, quick.
tripping.
No more super soakers.
But at the end of the day, listen, man, free all the guys who
Free the
deserve to
guys.
be free.
For sure,
If you
for
mess with
sure.
some kids, some ladies, or some elderly, your ass
Stay
might need
your
to
ass
be where you
there.
at. In the meantime, between time check and Jefe all day. What's your name of your channel?
Man, y'all already know, man. The name of the channel is Young and Jefe, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, check out Young and Jefe on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You can hit me on the gram at young_and_Jefe. You know what I'm saying? You know, we were gonna drop the mixtape next month. You feel me? With the check say mixtape coming. You know what I'm saying?
That's
we got a lot
right.
of stuff in the works, merch coming, all that.
And what's the name of the single?
What I got a
The
few
one you finna
singles.
drop? No, the Wack.
Get you Wack. Y'all
I'm
know
gonna keep
y'all
it
already
real, Wack.
tapped
I'm gonna
in
keep
with
it
Get
real.
You Wack.
Diss track.
Hold on, bro. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real.
Man, this ain't got nothing
No,
to do
hold
with
on,
Wack.
no, fuck all that. I heard the song. Nah, don't listen. I heard the song. He dissed the fuck out of me.
See?
And even after he dissed me, I chose to still sit out with him because it was some good music. So y'all go check out the single when it drops.
So did y'all squash it? Wait, we
I mean, what I'm gonna do now, cause see, I can rap.
all right.
Oh yeah, I'm getting some get back.
Hey, don't make me right.
I can
Don't
rap.
make me right for
Nigga,
Wack,
just know
bro.
you started this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Don't make me right for Wack.
Yeah, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know.
Me and Geechee writing for Wack. Watch out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, man.
So at the end of the day, y'all go check that out. Quite naturally, y'all know y'all got my brother over here 600, and he got about 4-5 channels. I don't know where, nigga, what is your channel?
600, man. SIXHUNNET. No, you know what? No, I'm lying. That ain't even my channel. It's the number 6 HUNNET. And then I got It's 600 TV. But we all over, man. Just Google 600.
There you go. We got Quite Natural, my main man.
Yeah,
Lush.
you can find me at Flacco Scared, just sitting down and pod with Wack.com. You feel me? That's
don't
my
know
website.
what that's about.
I don't know if you
No, the nigga told Adam, he said I'm unpredictable. I'm like, damn. I thought we was cool. Like, Flacco, I thought you was my guy, man. Shit. In the meantime, check us out on the Adam and Wack show. No Adam this week. It won't be no Adam next week. I got to see who I'm going to bring up here. We're going to figure it out. But until then, follow No Jumper. We got the No Jumper page back on Instagram. Those are all to you to get your promo up. Tap into the DMs on the No Jumper Instagram page. Still continue to follow No Jumper LA. And we out.